And clear. And then
Simmons
and clear.
Bell.
Yeah, exactly like that.
What movie are we talking about? Oh, that's right.
Bell was the one where they were like, enhance.
Yeah, we're talking about Bell. You know how
Hey, yo.
Okay, let me open up the streams again.
What?
She's kind of bad.
Wait, what? Who? The main character?
No. The one, the other.
Oh my god.
Her name's Mikey.
I guess. so.
Mikey?
That's her real name?
Michelangelo?
Yeah.
That's an ugly name.
That's a cute name. What are you talking about?
Mikey?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know about
I'd
that.
name my daughter Mikey.
I'm not going to spoil anything because it's one of the main
Characters,
characters.
yeah.
But she's kind of bad.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think
You
so.
should go to Studio Park. The theater's actually pretty nice there.
How far away is it?
It's downtown. Like once you go, like
From
if you-
here, it's like a 10-minute
Bro,
drive.
I would
10,
love to
15
go
minute.
to other theaters, but right now my work is kicking my ass, okay?
tell your job to suck it.
All right, you
I
guys
would
ready?
love to do that.
Yeah.
Haven't we been live for like 3
Alright.
minutes now?
Let's do
Can I
it.
start swearing now?
Yo,
No.
what's up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the sleeping cinema.
Oh, that fucking scared the shit out of me.
And today I have with me
Otacon.
a boy
That's it.
Otacon.
And
I'm over at the Twitch. You should check me out. I'm a cool guy too. You're okay.
also Backstab246, also known as Aleksey.
All right, and who else do we have with
And then
us
we
today?
Why do I
got-
get the bread
And then
one?
we got Sen back again.
Yo, what did happen to Sen?
There will be timestamps
I didn't
in the
hear that
description.
one.
You didn't hear it?
No,
Oh.
shut up, guys.
Yo, what did happen to Sen?
He died. Okay, I like that.
There will be
I died.
timestamps in the description for our review of the movie. You want to skip ahead to that. But for now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite
I
concession.
just realized the blanket's a pug blanket.
Oh, shit.
So how's your guys' week been?
Tiring.
Any tiring?
I'm so tired.
Yeah, I noticed the dog's doing a thing.
I know the dog. What the
What
dog doing?
He rolling around, bro. He
He's
ain't
actually
vibing.
eating the carpet right now.
He vibing. So what about your guys' week? What was tiring about it, Aleksey?
Work, bro.
Wow.
Work's kicking my ass.
That's whack.
All I do is make car mirrors, and I'm still getting my ass kicked.
Bro, he
Excuse
eating
my
that
language,
carpet,
but
bro.
Bro, you better not fuck them up, bro. Swear to
He
God.
eating that carpet, bro. Look at him. He's so
Let
hard.
him play around with the
Bro,
carpet.
talk about shit on the podcast.
Yeah.
People
They
can't see the
that.
dog.
They can't see the dog, bro.
Do behind the scene, bro. Behind the scene.
Come on, bro.
but yeah, just work just been putting me down. Like I worked a 12-hour shift. Because we're doing a lot of overtime right now. We're working Saturdays. Next week, I'm even work Sunday as well. So,
Is it triple time?
no, it's not.
Then you shouldn't work it.
I don't have a say in this.
It's illegal, bro.
Yeah.
Well, what if you just don't go?
Yeah, call
then
in sick.
it'll be no call, no show at that point.
Call in
Okay.
sick.
Oof.
I feel like you're probably too valuable for them to let go.
I am at this point, actually. They can't afford to lose people, but I'm not risking it.
Call in sick. Be like, I don't feel good.
I'll
That's
take a point.
stupid,
I'm not
bro.
Tell him, bro. Let him know, bro.
Like, I can't take time off, is what I'm saying. I literally can't. Anyways, yeah, work's just kicking my butt, and I've been streaming and a little later than normal.
I thought you were the master of doing nothing.
I am the master of doing nothing, but
He doesn't remember what he
even that
does
can
at
get
the
to you
end of the
sometimes,
day.
you know? Doing nothing can be tiring
Wow.
sometimes.
To be honest, like literally, you know, it's like right after we get done playing Fortnite, I honestly knock out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5 seconds after we get done, I just hit I'm laying on the couch and I'm like,
And Fortnite exhausts me, you know?
I played Fire Emblem right after.
I noticed you were about to
how
play
was
it
it?
piano, too.
It's good. It's
Did
fun.
you play it in the middle of the theater?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, no.
He started it at least.
You're a
Yeah.
bad person.
What?
A bad
Dude,
person.
the previews just started when I started playing.
He actually wasn't that bad. There was a lady who lost something and she freaking turned on her flashlight through the movie.
Oh my God. And that was like halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
All right, so what about you guys? What was
Yeah,
your week
what do you
like?
guys do this week?
A whole lot of nothing other than like watch
Welcome to the club.
stuff and work. And I worked like for the last 2 days I worked like extra time.
Dang.
That wasn't fun.
Dang, y'all had a busy weeks at work.
Yeah, well, I mean, mine was less. I only worked 45 hours this week.
That's still a lot.
that's
Well,
that's a fair amount.
I actually worked 51.
That's
to
still more
realize.
than
I
average.
went into
That's still more than average.
I went into work on Saturday. I didn't want to, But I was like, I'm glad.
Another thing I'm not looking forward to next week either is because I think we're getting a new person. I gotta train them
Again,
So
bro.
I'm training
Are they
another
paying
person.
your ass extra
No,
for that?
they don't train me for anything like that.
Man, they really have you like.
So I'm training
whipped.
someone, and we working Saturday and Sunday. So I got to train them for 7 days.
Oh my god.
Man,
God.
they're really taking a.
I'm telling you, call in.
Advantage.
You might as well just call in.
You might as well, bro.
No, I
You
can't.
call
even
in
know
on the
was a
day
thing.
that you have to train.
That's every day.
Oh,
As
We're
for
all
me,
tier 100 too on
as
Fortnite.
for me, yeah, just been
Except for
playing
Aleksey.
Fortnite. I didn't do much else this week. Just the Fortnites. Just the Fortnites.
You didn't stream that much either.
No, not really.
You
Well,
can-
I
No,
started
he doesn't
streaming
really
again.
stream as much. He records and then he uploads videos
Yeah.
like that. So I think that's still a valid thing. It's very cool the way he does it. The
Well,
editing is very
he's
cool. I
been-
like it.
He's been
Thank you.
streaming Fortnite.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I saw that.
Like twice a week now.
He doesn't
Yeah,
really
twice this week.
twice, but he mostly just records and
Yeah,
then
I like
edits.
to edit it and
Yeah.
have it all prettied up.
You know what that conversations we have on there. It's not
Yeah,
pretty.
for sure.
Anyway, let's take our seats. Let's get to these trailers.
man, I don't like being in the middle.
Why not? You're cute.
It's because the seat.
I
Any
don't
new
like it.
movies, TV shows, or video games you guys are looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to fucking Scott Pilgrim, the animated
Hey, yo,
series.
chill, bro. I
We're
don't think
already-
the boy swings that way.
We're like
What-
20
what-
minutes into this recording, bro. Chill.
What's up with the trailer? You want to talk to us about it?
There is no trailer.
Or the announcement?
It's cool. That's it.
It's cool. Anime
And-
series.
Is it?
Yeah, boy.
Is the anime series gonna look like the
Comics, yep.
Oh, that's
The-
gonna be awesome
Mhm.
because I really like the art style.
They had a what's it called? They had like a one shot like little clip where it was in the animated style.
Mm.
It was like a more like a
Yeah, I
motion
think I-
comic.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't like fully animated. It was like a motion comic. And it was like a prequel to the movie before the movie came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know about this, but I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's a
Yeah,
pretty
I'm not-
funny movie. I enjoyed it. I
I
never
wonder
played the
if
video games though.
Our friend Scott will probably be hype.
I-
It'll
I-
be his first anime.
Anya will be hyped.
I said it's more Anya. Scott
Yes,
does it. Scott
Anya was the one that was
Oh.
really
Yeah.
into Scott Pilgrim.
Well, it'll be their first anime.
You know
Actually,
the girl who plays Ramona Flowers? She's from Sky High as well, and I still think she's hot.
She's great, yeah.
You know, it's funny because Scott
I will
told
always
me
have a
this.
crush
I
on her.
don't remember her from Sky High.
What do you mean she was the villain?
Oh yeah, she was.
I
wasn't
don't
she?
remember her.
But yeah, what are you guys most looking forward to about this?
Ramona Flowers.
Honestly, the whole show. I'm fine.
Are we
with
talking about the show still, or just looking forward to stuff in general?
No, the show.
Oh, that's right.
Well, what I'm looking forward to right now is next week is Pokemon
Arceus?
Legends Arceus is finally coming out,
Who the
and
fuck
I am
cares?
doing my best to avoid like any major spoilers. But
Well,
unfortunately, I've
spoilers.
had a few things spoiled for me already. And I
Bro,
don't
you
like that.
you beat the Elite Four, and then you win. That's the
Wrong
end.
game, dude. Legends
You
Arceus
beat
is nothing like that.
You beat the big losers at the big end.
That's
and
every
you won.
Pokemon game, bro.
Yeah, how is it a spoiler?
That's
What
a-
do you even
That's
play?
not the kind of spoiler I'm talking about. I'm talking about like side quests and all that, and the kind of Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
I do not like the new forms
The
of
land-
Dialga and Palkia, bro.
The land turns into Sinnoh. That's,
Bro,
that's a big
Legends
spoiler.
Arceus, Dialga and Palkia look so ugly. Their new forms are so messed up, bro.
Palkia and
Yeah,
Wait,
Palkia
is
and
it-
Dialga's new
Uh-huh.
forms are so ugly, dude.
In Legends of Arceus?
you mean
or
their
what?
old forms because this is
Yeah.
a prequel.
Okay, yes.
Their ancient forms.
Their ancient forms are so... Look at that. You see that?
This one?
No. To the
Oh,
right,
this
to
one?
the right, to the right. All the way
This?
to the right.
This one?
Down one.
Oh my god.
Down one.
Oh
Back.
my goodness. This
That.
one?
Yeah.
What the
Those
frick?
are
Why
the
do they
new
look like
forms, bro.
unicorns?
They
Same
legit
size.
look
They
like
so
My Little
bad, right?
Ponies.
They look so bad, right?
Bro, the other one has like the
What the
Metagross
fuck?
or whatever the baby
Do they
form.
just like evolve with time to whatever
That's
fits
my
the
guess,
modern
yeah,
aesthetic?
but I was like,
Palkia
what the?
looks so bad.
It does. Well, I don't like Dialga.
What happened to his arms, bro?
You know what he looks like? He
What?
looks like that Kirby meme with the elongated limbs.
Oh no.
Ew, bro. Keep that to yourself.
What?
Your coughs.
Wait, you don't want the Rona?
No.
Don't say
But
that.
yeah, anything
yeah,
else
so-
you guys are looking forward to? Is that it? The weird.
Always looking forward to Kirby.
I'm looking
Always
forward to
looking
the
forward
big.
to the
How was
Kirby.
that?
I heard there's an like a rumor that there's gonna be a new Fire Emblem game maybe this year.
Didn't they just come out with a Fire Emblem game like last year?
It was like 4 years ago.
Oh, I thought it was like last year.
No.
Is it gonna be for the Switch?
Yes. They're exclusive to the Switch.
Okay, well, don't look at me like I know this.
One thing I'm gonna be
I've
looking
never
forward
played it
to
before.
is a fat paycheck from my job because of all the work they're making me do.
Dang, bro, you editing live right
Yeah, I
now?
know, right? He's doing it live at the
I'm
same
a pro,
time.
bro.
Bro's a pro at
This is
editing
how
now.
it's done. This is how you run a show
For the people
behind the
not,
computer.
for the people only listening, Eddie's
I think
fucking
he's
photoshopping
streaming-
the Palkia with the Kirby.
Are you streaming this? Like, are you showing the screen to them or no?
Yeah,
It
like
looks
I
the
always tell
same,
you guys
bro.
too.
I think it's because
You
we
guys
can't
never
figure out how to
hit
do
this
it.
button. You just have to hit this button. This is internet screen.
All right.
Podcast.
Well, because
internet
there's
screen,
nothing
podcast.
interesting that I can show. Like, I'm just looking up like cast information.
We don't
or
know
whatever.
what the stuff like.
Okay,
this
but
stuff, so, you know.
well, let's get started with the actual
Yeah.
stuff. So first off, we have Moon Knight. Plot: a former U.S. Marine struggling with dissociative identity disorder is granted the powers of an Egyptian moon god.
That's fucking cool.
But he soon finds out that the newfound powers can be both a blessing and a curse for his troubled life. Releases March 30th of 2020.
Wait,
Sounds like the movie
I
Split.
didn't know that he had PTSD. That's
Well,
fucking
yeah, I
cool.
understand. I didn't know
sound-
he was a U.S. Marine person.
It sounds like the movie Split, where the guy has dissociative, like that,
Bro, what
that,
are you-
that disorder where he gains powers in his final form.
Dude, why'd you spoil the end of Split?
Split was kind of...
Bro, you know how old that movie is? It's like 2018. If you haven't seen it by now, go watch it.
It's okay. It was good until
It's
the
a
ending.
yeah, it's a subpar movie.
Did you see the...
I like James
the
McAvoy,
other
though.
one, too?
What?
The other
Hell no.
movie to Split, or...
No.
I don't know what the
It's a
fuck you're talking
terrible
about.
trilogy, bro.
But what do you guys think about the actual trailer we used to
It was
talk
great.
about?
Oh, it's good. It looks good. It looks entertaining to watch,
It was
honestly.
great.
It's really interesting looking.
Yeah.
I don't know much.
10 out of 10 I
I'm
would watch
hoping
it.
that they don't do the whole Daredevil thing where they finally get him to suit up at the end of the at the end of the
Bro,
series,
spoilers,
you know?
bro. I haven't seen Daredevil.
I think it
Bro,
I think it'll be like halfway through like episode 4.
He looks kind of cool, though.
I like that they actually
Is he like a
give him the
mummy?
white eyes and everything like that.
Well, an
Egyptian-
Egyptian god granted him the power, so I guess yeah, it's kind of inspired by like a mummy look.
Looks sick.
that does explain the
Because,
whole
like, yeah.
wrapped up thing.
Yeah.
And then
that's
who
what
was
I'm
the star that died?
I feel
Yeah.
like it's him.
No,
I thought
No, I doubt
I don't
it's him.
think it's. I don't
when
think
May
it's the main
sent the
actor.
link, I thought it looked like the main character was the one who passed away. The way the
No,
link was,
that's just clickbait, bro.
and I didn't click on it.
Yeah,
I just like to look at the image.
It was
okay?
not this guy.
Okay.
yeah, dummy.
Hey, I didn't click on it.
I don't know what
Okay.
character he plays because obviously the show hasn't come out yet, but apparently he died in a ski accident.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I read
that's
the article. That
I didn't
man
read it. I
sent.
just read the title. I was like, oh, cool. Okay. No, well, not cool, but
So fucked, bro.
Moving on, we have The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power plot. Epic drama set thousands of years before the events of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings follows an ensemble cast, both familiar and new, as they confront the long-feared reemergence of evil to Middle-earth. Releases September 2nd of 2022.
I don't give a fuck about
Alright,
Lord of the
first
Rings.
Yeah, I
of
said that
all-
shit looks boring. as
first of
fuck
all, this
anyway.
trailer didn't even show us anything.
It was just an announcement trailer.
Yes, they literally just read like the first couple sentences of the book, the first book or something like that.
And some stupid gold going through
So
sand.
my hopes for this
You're
are
in
not
the-
very
you had
high,
the phone
honestly,
case on.
but I might give it a shot as well.
Yeah,
Still.
I'm still gonna
What?
watch it.
You have the phone case on.
I'm not like the
I just
biggest fan of Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings, but
same
I've
one.
still watched all the
realized
movies.
that.
Yeah, so give it a shot, but my hopes aren't high.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I doubt this will be good. The Hobbit movies were garbage.
What do you mean garbage? Those are really good.
They were so fucking boring, bro. You're not gonna tell me the last two weren't boring.
I enjoyed all three Hobbit
Bro, that
movies.
was freaking epic when the freaking ghost pirates were battling the freaking army.
You guys already have me as a loss. I've never seen Lord
Hey,
of the
remember
Rings
when
or
the
Hobbit.
remember when the writers for the third movie like
Wait,
elongated
are we talking about the Hobbit or the Lord of the
the
Rings?
Hobbit?
Oh, okay, okay.
The
okay.
Hobbit is good. Lord of
like The
Rings
Hobbit.
is boring.
Remember when the writers elongated one fucking paragraph from one of the Hobbit books,
And it was freaking
and it was a
epic.
whole movie,
Bro, the
It was
Hobbit book is one
freaking
book, and they
epic.
stretched out into 3 movies.
Yeah, why?
Because there's
Why
just
not?
so much
For
story.
Maury,
There's a lot of
bro.
information here.
There's
okay?
so much story to
One thing I
explain.
do
I've
know.
never seen any
You
of
like
them,
the
so-
Hobbit more than the Lord of the
Oh,
Rings?
yeah.
I do
Easily.
too. I
Easily.
agree. I agree. Plus, I really like this actor.
Yes, the actor's really good.
They look fucking stupid.
He plays Watson in the Sherlock series.
Didn't our school do this as a movie you can watch?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, they did. They took us to a field trip to watch this movie.
But yeah, I always will like The Hobbit better.
What
than,
a piece of
Lord
shit.
of the Rings.
I agree. The Hobbit, good series. I know that's gonna make Lord of the Ring fans upset, but I like it. It's good.
What a piece of shit.
So what do you guys?
No, Lord of the Rings, bro.
Yeah, but I've seen The Hobbit, and The Hobbit's fucking ass, bro. It's some boring mid-ass.
Have you played the game for Lord of the Rings?
Fuck
I
no.
don't like
Oh,
the
you mean
Middle Earth
Shadows of Mordor?
Yeah.
No, because it's just
I like the
Assassin's
combat
Creed.
in it. I like
Yeah,
the
actually,
combat.
I like the combat.
It's
in
just Assassin's Creed.
I've never seen the movie,
With
but I played the
Batman.
game. I played the game.
I didn't get very far. I want to keep playing because the combat's great.
So what is you guys' thoughts before getting into the new Scream movie?
Oh, this movie's gonna be a piece of shit.
I thought I never,
bite my slippers.
I never seen any of the Scream movies, but it looked fun.
Yeah.
Wait, you've never seen any of them?
No,
Wow.
I've seen them before.
thought you were at least
It's been a
the
while
first
since
one.
I've seen them,
Nope.
so I sort of knew what I was going to get into, but at the same time, I was like, it's just going to be your average slasher film.
I seen the first one, and I hated the first one, and I'm like, I don't want to see
Well,
this
it didn't
shit.
care for you either.
Good. I hope it did it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one as most people do. I didn't
As
really
most.
watch much of the sequels. I only caught glimpses when May was watching them. But soft reboots are usually iffy, so I wasn't like too hyped to see where this movie was gonna go.
My favorite Scream movie is Shriek.
it's a requel, bro.
Shriek.
Yeah. I think it's called Shriek.
He's talking about the.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Shriek.
Watch it, some piece of
a
shit, bro.
Scream.
I don't know. Shrek.
Shrek is love.
All
Shrek is
right.
life.
So with that, let's get into the spoiler-free review. So spoiler-free review of Scream. Scream was released January 14th of 2022, starring Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. Directed by Matt Betel B. Rated R.
Sick.
Plot
You good
summary.
there, bro?
25 years after the original series of murders in Woodsboro, a new Ghostface emerges, and Sidney Prescott must return to uncover the truth. What are you guys' overall thoughts on Scream?
This chair is gonna kill me before Ghostface does.
Favorite scary movie?
It's the Babadook. I never seen the Babadook, but from one of my podcasts that I listened to like back in 2015, 2016, they talked about it when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
So you
And
still
they said it was really good, but
I've
I
seen
just
it
never
once.
checked it out.
I think I watched that one once. But anyways,
what about
And then
the
they
actual
they
Scream movie?
mentioned, yeah, I don't care.
This podcast is for Scream, not for the ghosts. Of
no,
yeah,
the
so you
Babadook.
didn't know much
It's
about Scream
a-
because of that.
Yeah, it's I really enjoyed it. It's it keeps you on the edge of your seat at times, and the gore is really good. It's really well done. The I don't know how brutal the Ghostface is with the people that he's attacking.
It's very predictable.
She is
times.
attacking. You don't know who it is. It's intense. I liked
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. What about the rest of you guys?
What was the question?
I like the
Spoiler-free
gore.
review of
I
Scream.
just liked the gore. That was it. The rest of it was
I-
could go down in flames.
For me,
Bro, shut up.
For me, it's not much about the gore because I never really thought the gore was too much in these movies. I thought it was not very
What?
much. I never thought there was much gore when it came to the Scream movies. It was just stabbing and
there's
some
only
blood.
one.
That's
There's
it.
only one scene.
It's not like
that wasn't that
Jason.
much gore.
It's not like Friday the 13th where there's straight up decapitations and stuff like that, or anything over the top. You know.
Yeah, but
It's
looking
a
back
lot of
on those,
emotional, a lot of emotions in these movies, more so than in your typical slasher movies. I think.
Well, yeah, the
Okay.
the Scream franchise is about like just crazy people going more insane and wanting.
it's also fun since it's like a who did it.
Yes,
It's an
that's
Among Us.
One of my favorite
Yeah,
Among
parts
Us.
is like
It's
because
Among
it
Us.
constantly keeps you guessing on it, like because
I guessed who one of them was.
yeah, off
well,
the bat,
right
off the
away,
bat, yeah, you
right
can
away.
see it.
Yeah. As for me, let me switch back to
Obi's
podcast.
not the time for you.
Yeah, I thought the mystery was pretty good. It made me doubt myself a few times when I
What?
thought I had the right person,
Making
and
a lot of
then
noise.
they kind of threw shade at somebody else, and I was like, oh, maybe it is that other person instead. I didn't think the kills were too over the top, but it was still entertaining. And some of the characters were a bit
You don't
stereotypical,
know how to get out of there.
but overall, it was an enjoyable experience. What do you guys rate it out of 10?
8.
I rated a 7.5.
Obi.
I'll get him.
I rate
I'll get
it
'em.
a 7.5 as well.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a 7.5. It was enjoyable. I liked it.
Man, the dog looks fucking scared right now.
Let's
I know.
compare to some online ratings. The critics for Metascore gave it a 60 out of 100. Meanwhile, Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter is a 76%. Audiences on IMDb
Maybe
is a
he wants that.
7.2 out of 10. And Rotten Tomato audience is an 83%. So the average of all these scores is 72.75.
Yeah, I agree
So,
with that.
yeah, that's
There was a
70.
lot of aspects where I was like, this story, I don't know any of the previous characters. So I have no attachment to any of them.
Okay, yeah.
Is
And I feel like even longtime fans they'd probably be like, this wasn't done all that well. Because the returning characters just came back. They said a couple lines, and then they're like,
Yeah, that's pretty much all they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the returning characters are just there to,
bring back old fans.
yeah,
Nostalgia.
nostalgia, and it was they're basically mentors for the new generation of kids. Because I guarantee this franchise is going to continue still
Well, it did make
with
a lot
new
of money.
characters.
All right, so
there's the second character, the other girl with Cindy. Is she like the next?
Sydney.
Is she like?
well, we'll talk
we're
about that
still
in a sec. We'll talk about that in a sec.
spoiler-free, right?
All right, before we jump into the spoiler-free review, like, comment, subscribe. Also, check out these guys on their social media links. It'll be down in the description below. We are also on most of the podcast platforms, so give us a listen at anywhere, at any time.
Are we on Zappos.com?
What the fuck is Zappos.com?
It's right there.
Powered by
on the-
service.
I don't know what the fuck that box is on the floor.
It's a shoe company.
Oh, well, I
So
see a
we
big
are-
shoes.
Yeah,
Are we
they
on
just
there?
sell
They do make
shoes.
phone
No,
shoes
we're
in spy
not.
movies.
We're not on.
Do
Zappos.
they sell
Wow,
like
bro,
hype
come
beast
on.
shoes?
No,
or is
no,
it
no, no. Just
shoes?
work shoes, like steel toe
Oh.
sort of things.
Oh, I need to
Gotcha.
shop on there. I need to buy some new boots.
Are we on Steelcase?
All right, no.
Are we
Now
on
let's-
GM demo?
Let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. Let's take an in-depth review of Scream. Let's start it off with Tara Carpenter surviving the first Ghostface attack. So home alone, Tara answers the home phone that won't stop ringing. She's greeted by Ghostface's iconic line asking about her favorite scary movie. What's your favorite scary movie? Tara, frightened, tries contacting her best friend Amber. However, she notices the texts she's receiving from her are weird. Suddenly, she's attacked and stabbed multiple times by Ghostface. Through sheer willpower, she survives and is rushed to the hospital. So for me, Tara is my favorite character because no matter the odds or the pain she's in, she keeps fighting. So I think she's the strongest character in the whole movie.
And stupidest.
Well, hold on. I feel like that beginning scene was really well done. Like I said, I've never seen any of the other Scream movies.
Okay.
But I'm guessing they all
They
follow
always
the
start
same
that way, yeah.
formula.
They always start the same.
But
At least the first one did the same sort of thing. Yeah.
like even though it was my first watching of this, and I have no clue if this is done better in any of the other films.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was really well done. The suspense was good. It the characters weren't too cheesy, though. Tara did, like, I don't know, some of her responses were a little cheesy, like when she was talking on the phone with her friend or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no, with the guy.
Yeah.
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 First of all-
it was.
Who has a landline in this time?
Everyone has landlines. And yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't a landline, it would have just gone on her cell phone, but it
That
was
would have
just-
been at least more believable. But who just picks up a phone call from a stranger these days? I get a phone call from, if I get a phone call from you guys, I'll hang up. If it's important, you guys will leave me a message.
Well, how is that? I mean, still, how is that stupid? You're just picking up a phone call. You don't expect to die because of it.
I'm not taking any chances, bro.
Oh, it's a.
So how's she stupid?
That's why I think it's like, who
Just because of the phone call?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why do you don't know the person and then you decide to play a game with a stranger?
Well, then they fucking sent her a text message like, "Yo, pick up the phone, or your friend dies." Why would you not pick up the phone then?
Yeah.
not
in
my
that
problem from that
situation-
point on.
Well, yeah, you're not her.
Yeah, in that
You're right,
situation,
you're
she
right.
wants to help out her friend.
You're right.
I think, I think she's probably one of the
I still
better
don't-
characters in the Scream
And
franchise.
Tara, like, you know, she pokes fun at like these popcorn fucking cheesy slasher movies,
Mm-hmm.
and like I get like what they're trying to do. They're just like trying to point fingers at like their own dumb decisions in the
fourth
in the
wall
franchise.
breaks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sometimes it feels like a little too preachy. Like, yeah, I get it. You like these good ass horror movies.
Oh
like
yeah,
The
where she was
Babadook.
talking about she likes the artsy movies. Yeah.
She mentioned It Follows, which apparently you guys just didn't like all that much, even though it's really good.
Bro, we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about this, but we could open up a whole can of worms again.
You guys,
There was so many
you guys don't
mistakes
get
with it
it,
that didn't
bro.
make
You don't
it.
get it.
It makes sense.
You don't get it.
It was autumn, but it was also summer, and it was like what?
What?
And it was the future, but it was also the present.
It
Kinda
spans
forgot
months,
that.
I think.
I kind of forgot about It Follows.
I don't remember anything
It's
about
such a good movie.
That's all like little detail.
And you could also just travel intercontinentally, and then
Bro, the country movies are so fucking ass.
yeah, I
don't
agree
like
with
them.
you there.
Now that
But
I think,
anyway,
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like horror movies that take themselves too seriously but don't have like an interesting concept are fucking lame.
I 100% agree with that.
Like it only appeals to fucking teenagers in high school who don't have anything else to do.
I think this is kind of an exception though, because one, it's like a slasher movie, it's a classic slasher series, and two, it's very meta, so it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, I like that. So like, I don't like when movies or TV shows try to like force, you know, like, oh, there's new technology nowadays,
Okay, yeah.
and like just force like with the alarm systems and shit. But they did it in a pretty good way where they didn't like force tons of it into it.
Yeah, they
Like
weren't
there was a lock system at the beginning, but nowhere else in the movie.
yeah. They weren't like
Um,
forcing it. It's just like this is a thing that exists today, but we're not gonna like
Use
We're not
it.
gonna dwell on
focus
it.
it. Yeah.
They also used it in a pretty smart way with like the GPS like share my location feature.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
a pretty cool bit.
I also you're right. I also liked how they didn't make like the high schooler stereotypical where they're like all gonna share this on Snapchat. Or
I
whatever.
feel yeah, like I'm glad for that, but I at the same time I feel like they're trying a little too hard to make everyone diverse and woke.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like when the jock said like, yeah, I'm a jock, but I'm not like the typical jock. It's fucking
They
stupid.
had to actually say that.
like okay, I get it. You don't have to tell me.
Just show me
Like
through your
yeah,
actions.
show me through your actions exactly.
And then the next thing he does is doesn't he try to pick a fight with that one guy in the bar?
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, the guy in the bar was hitting.
That's true.
On his,
That's true.
His girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
and he wasn't like.
It wasn't
leaving her
just
be.
because he
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah, it
'cause
wasn't
he was
just
trying
like
to
an
protect his girlfriend.
I just realized I didn't even turn on these lights. It wasn't like just picking a fight thing. But yeah, what did you, Aleksey and Javier, think of the opening scene?
I thought it was good for what it was. You know, it's not my favorite scenes because they're just so many mistakes there.
This
Okay,
is my Snake Eyes in terms of like I wanted mostly like the not action but the gore and like the suspense.
but there isn't too much of that.
There's plenty, bro.
Not enough for me, bro.
No, okay, then I mean Alexei's just fucking stupid.
Aleksey wants a Final Destination in
He wants every movie
Even
to
Final
be Snake
Destination
Eyes.
hardly has any. What do you mean?
What are you talking about? That's all
There
it
you-
is.
No, it's really not.
Alexei wants every movie to be Snake Eyes, where it's one guy fighting 80 dudes.
Go! Let's go! Let's do it!
his old favorite.
He just likes a big pile of dudes.
Yeah,
Hey,
to be honest.
why you have to say it like that, bro?
To be honest.
Getting
What do you mean,
sweaty
to
and
be
fighting
honest?
each other.
What did you think, Javier, of the opening scenes?
You know, I've seen the original Scream, and I really hate the opening scenes most of the time.
Why?
Because
they're
they're
so
stupid,
dumb,
bro.
yeah.
Why would you do
They're
that? Like,
repetitive to you?
Yeah, they're just like, it pisses me off every time.
get
They're just
out, get off my
like,
face, bro.
literally-
Get out of here.
No, the thing is, like,
No, bro, get out of here. What you doing?
oh, I didn't know you were talking.
Remember,
What you doing, bro? Why are you exposing me?
No, I don't think you should.
You look
have
good in that
shared it
picture,
earlier,
bro.
No, but like
I don't like how I look in pictures.
like
okay?
the opening scene when she was literally winning most of like the fight with the ghost face. Why didn't she just stab him? Like she had a knife.
She was trying
are you
to.
talking about
She
the
just,
first one?
No, like the new one.
Um,
Like she had like
You're
she,
talking about Tara, why she didn't stab
yeah, she
Ghostface?
literally knocked him out and grabbed the knife and she could just like yeet and that's it.
Well, for one, she was probably panicked because she wasn't prepared to freaking fight for her life that
Plus,
night.
she's
Oh,
She
no.
was
what you're
usually
doing.
pretty calm with everything, though. She wasn't like, she didn't seem panicked to me. She seemed really calm for what the scenario was going on.
Okay.
Plus, she's not like a killer, so like I don't think her first instinct would be like, yeah, I'm gonna stab this
But
fucker.
if you're already like in the very first 5 seconds, no, not like 5, but you know, like the
Yeah,
first
I
like
get
2 minutes into the movie, she gets slashed in the stomach by the same person.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So like, why didn't she,
what are you doing?
why didn't she just fight, like actually kill it, like stab him or do
So the
anything to
movie
him?
could happen.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
well,
movie
that's
could
whack.
happen.
That's pretty whack. Like that's not realistic in a
Yeah,
point.
I mean, this movie isn't realistic, bro. Ghostface goes and kills someone like midday out in the
does.
fucking open,
That was
right in front
true.
of someone's house.
Wait, why is he doing this?
All right. Do you
midday?
guys want to narrate the next scene, which I believe was?
Sam coming back to.
Oh, I can start that one. I didn't know if that was. I didn't remember if that was. the
This
next
makes me want to play Ghostface in Dead by Daylight.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
even
We
though,
have the
even
game.
We
though
can do Dead by Daylight stream today.
I'd be down. I like playing that game.
Okay, so Sam Carpenter returning to Woodsboro. So after receiving a call that her sister is in the hospital, Sam and her boyfriend Richie head to Woodsboro. There she reveals to Tara that her father was Billy Loomis, one of the first Ghostface murderers. So I'm gonna be like, kind of like going through or like
Hear your beard, bro.
Sorry.
skipping a lot of things.
I like that connection between like I was like, who the fuck is this person? Like, why is she in this movie? Why do we need a new set?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now at least once they explained it, I like the connection
I
there.
didn't know who the fuck that guy was until they pointed it out.
Yeah,
I
he was the
thought-
first
movie,
murderer.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just someone that she killed in her past because he was all bloodied up in the car.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, yeah, he
But
was
she
the
never
mastermind. He was the mastermind behind the first murder.
She
Gotcha.
never saw him though in like her life. So why does she see
bet the
him
mom
in her?
has a
Maybe there's
picture.
crime photos, yeah.
Or,
crime
yeah,
scene
Plus,
crime
there's
pictures.
movies that she probably just
Yeah, because the
saw.
stab movies are part of the Scream universe.
Which
so.
is so funny to me. I don't
So
know
this
why.
first stab movie was probably about her dad.
Stab
Yeah.
is a good name for their fake bullshit.
It is. It really is. Because I like, the thing that
It's
made
very
me.
straight to the point.
He seems very homosexual in these pictures. Just like
I mean, if
very-
that's what he likes, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the connection as well, but I did kind of feel like it was a little out of nowhere because they didn't. What May was telling me is they didn't really establish that
They just
he
needed a
had
connection
child
to
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they just need a connection to like the
Well,
original.
didn't they establish it at the hospital? Like she tells her.
Yeah, that's when they established it, but that's
But I'm
the
saying in
only
previous
establishment
movies,
they have.
Yeah, they didn't establish
Like-
it in previous movies.
Like they never even hinted at a
Him
daughter
having a
or anything
kid,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, nothing was ever hinted at. and
I'm
she was
glad
just thrown in
that
there.
it was revealed like 30 minutes in and not like 3/4 of the movie in.
I agree with that. That made it a bit better because, well, it's just not thrown in.
And it was made clear to the audience
Yeah.
before the
Yeah, what he said.
characters, so it's not just a forced in like, oh my god, it's this person's daughter. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like a big twist.
Was she in? I'm guessing she was in 4, right? The Samantha. Or
Who's
Sam.
Samantha again?
That's the chick. Her name is Samantha, I believe. Her full name.
Was she in the fourth movie?
I can only assume because she
Oh right, I was
she
gonna show
having-
you guys.
She was having
So,
mental breakdown, and that's why she was taking those anxiety
I was gonna
pills.
show you guys something here
I
in a
do
sec.
not recognize this.
So Tara is the one in the Babysitter, Aleksey Babysitter 2.
Oh.
She's the love interest in Babysitter 2.
Really?
Yeah, the one with the heart glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
I've been playing that all day, but you guys are so loud. There's not a moment for me to just.
I heard it twice.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize her.
That's wild. Actually.
Wait,
I've
who?
never seen Babysitter
Huh?
though.
Babysitter 2. I can't find
Oh,
a
I never
picture,
seen
but
that
she's
movie.
the one with sunglasses here.
Are those movies bad?
and then
No, they're entertaining.
And then her older sister
That doesn't-
Sam is in The Heights. She's the Usnavi's love interest.
Oh,
She looks
really?
like a bootleg. What's her name? Who plays Wonder Woman?
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot.
The only actress I even recognized was Tara because she played the kid sister in You season 2,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
and
what
she
May
was like
saying.
15 in that show. I have no fucking clue how old she's supposed to be in this in this movie
High
because
schooler.
one of the characters apparently has a crush on Tara, and the dude looks like he's 24.
Oh, you're talking about the blonde guy?
They're blonde.
Oh, I guess.
The police officers.
Did he
son?
have? Was he blonde or did he have
I think he
brown
had-
hair with white tips?
Yeah, I think that's what
But
it was.
he looks like he's way too old for her. Because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
still looks like she's 16.
It's
or
another
something.
Dear Evan Hansen
And I'm like,
situation.
oh no! Like, why are you creeping on this girl, man?
Another Dear Evan Hansen
I
situation.
can't, bro. His highlights look so bad.
I'll
It's
show a
pretty
picture in
bad.
a sec. But yeah, so after being told to leave, Sam seeks the help of retired Chief Dewey, a survivor of almost all the Ghostface attacks. So Dewey calls up his old friends Sidney and Gail to let them know what's going on. They meet together with Tara's friends and begin the game of Among Us. What do you guys think of this whole...
I thought this was a great plan, honestly. Like they did everything right up to that point to seek him out like that, okay? And then they do the stupid move and not take his advice.
They
He
took some
literally
of it.
called the boyfriend out
Oh, yeah, from the beginning.
from the beginning.
Well, he just
But
said
he always had an alibi, so that made me doubt him a little
no,
bit.
I never.
he had a pretty good alibi. Like
I
they're
didn't
like
trust him, bro.
they're way far away in like different state or wherever the hell.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it can't be him. He
That's
lives
why I said
somewhere
there's
else.
two people,
Well,
bro. Two
yeah,
people.
no, there was
There's
two
al-
people. So
Yes, there's
Yeah.
always two people, so that always checked out. So he's been suspicious to
Bro
say
got a
when
whole Krispy Kreme donut
Look,
on his head.
they meet. Look, they met 6 months
Yeah,
ago, and
Philip,
all of
the-
a sudden these start happening to her life. That's
Plus, the way he played his like shy but
Hey,
like
look at
strong
him.
character,
Look
kind
at
of
the
made
way
me.
he looks at her.
The way he played his character kind of made me like him in a
yeah, I
way.
really did like
He
him
was
as a
really
character.
funny.
He was funny and he was shy, but like at the same time he stood up for. He seemed to stand up for everybody.
no, dude, he was. I mean,
obviously
since
we
day
know now.
one.
Obviously we know now. But I'm saying while I was watching this movie,
And he played the oblivious. I've never seen a stab movie.
Oh yeah, that was really
That's
good.
He
That's
played. He
such
played
bullshit,
it pretty well.
That's
He was
such
like the
bullshit.
best Among Us.
What do you
player, bro.
mean?
And then like he literally started. He's like, I've never seen Stab before. Watch a Stab.
I was
while,
suspicious of him since
in the
the
hospital.
moment I saw him. All right.
while he was in the hospital. And then
Yeah, but
literally-
what do you have to base that off of?
All right. So in the hospital scene, like,
Oh, you want to jump ahead?
yeah, like
Okay,
in the
let me-
hospital
No,
scene,
that isn't that jumping.
he just appeared out of nowhere. He said that she called him, but
Well,
did she actually call him?
What do you mean appeared out of nowhere?
Like,
Oh,
in the hospital
yeah,
when,
yeah,
That,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit further ahead.
How
Yeah,
did
that's like
he
it's
Is
appear
that
there?
a scene further?
so
I thought it was
fast.
after.
Yeah, no, I
that's-
suspected him
that
there.
comes way later.
But you're saying you suspected him from the start.
Well, because it made sense what Dewey said. Always trust. Don't trust. Don't trust the boyfriend or the girlfriend, whoever the love interest is at this point. And all right, so they met 6 months ago, and all of a sudden this stuff happening to her life when no one knows about her connection to this stuff.
Well, it should be able to go either way because they
Nah,
mentioned
bro. It's just
a billion fucking ties to everyone.
Yeah, they kept throwing everybody under the bus. so
Yeah, they threw every single person
Yeah,
under the
I
I
bus.
figure
do
out-
agree there,
And you're
but-
gonna tell me, oh, the boyfriend was the killer? You could, if they pointed out like one of the legacy characters was the killer, you'd be like, oh yeah, they
Nah,
totally
through the
pointed that
entire-
shit out
through the
because they
entire-
did because they pointed everyone out.
Yeah,
Through
they
the entire
they
movie,
even-
I suspected him.
They even suspected
With no-
office. They even suspected Dewey himself. They were
No,
like, it could
it
be
was not
you,
gonna be
too.
Dewey. There was no way it was gonna
I
be.
know,
Dewey.
but they-
They
I'm just
suspected it was
saying-
the main character too because she's the daughter of a serial killer.
I
Bro,
never
you know what
suspected
was
her.
wild to me is the
I
fact
never
that the
suspected
boyfriend
her.
knew that she was the daughter to the.
Well, he probably found her because he was like such a hardcore fan of the Stab series.
Yeah, but how was they didn't even like you guys point out? They never mentioned that
They rushed the explanation of how he found her a little too fast. Where
yeah,
I was,
so that
I was
that
a little
pretty
confused on
bad
how
by
it
that.
worked.
that's a little ahead though. All
The
right, so let's
I'm just saying the boyfriend was easy to spot. The second one was not as easy.
All right,
That's
let's-
the one that I pointed out first.
let's continue the story
Also,
here
Eddie-
before we keep
Eddie,
jumping
with
down.
with them going to see Officer Dewey, that's after the hospital. Just a heads up. That's after
Yeah,
the.
they do a lot of back and forth. That's what I was trying to say
Because
earlier.
the
is I was
first
trying to-
the first time they visit Tara in the hospital, like 15 minutes in, like you just see like how pissed off I don't know what ethnicity she is,
whatever her name is, starts with an A.
but Ashley,
No, it's
No,
not
Amber.
Ashley. Oh,
Amber,
yeah.
yes. But Amber, I was already like suspicious of her because she just seems so upset
know.
for no fucking reason.
She was like literally as soon as she was
She was the
introduced.
most obsessed with the movies too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the movie. She just looked the most like sus at the
and I
very beginning.
Yeah, so I
kinda
suspected
bad,
her like right at the beginning.
I did too,
Same.
but then there was this little moment where Officer Hicks was saying that they already interrogated Amber and that she had a clean alibi.
Bro.
So I was
I
like,
feel like getting a murderer
that's
around,
when I-
she's
a murderer
an
around dude
obsessed
would be too
movie
easy.
fan.
so I was like, okay, well, if the officers say she's clear, maybe she is.
But maybe at that point,
The officers
Richie,
are incompetent.
Yes,
Yeah, that, I
in
know
horror
that,
movies,
but
officers
while
are
I was
incompetent.
watching the movie, I'm just explaining my thought process.
But then at that
Understandable.
point, like once you get done with the thing and you think about it, it's probably Richie that did it, because there was no clear things in what he was doing all the way. Most of the times when he was in scene, it was just for a second, and then they're pan out to something else.
Yeah, well, yeah, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
But, but while I was watching is what I'm saying. So next we have Deputy Hicks and her son being murdered. So
was
after investigating the murders, Officer Hicks heads into town, leaving her son home alone. Suddenly, she gets a call from Ghostface threatening his life. She speeds back home, only to be killed on her front door. Meanwhile, her son is also stabbed and murdered.
Did she have a connection to the original movies? Or the original cast?
Yeah, she was
Okay.
an officer in the other movies.
Okay.
I didn't get her deal with why she didn't like the daughter of the killer all that much. Like, I get that she's his kid,
She's
but like, what
projecting.
the fuck did she do?
She said at the
she,
end of it.
she was a delinquent.
yeah,
that's
she
right,
said
that's
at the end
right.
of the movie.
Well, that's what I was asking. Was she in 4 or something, or
I don't think so.
the
I
Samantha
think
or
it's
Sam,
just a
whatever?
off-screen connection.
Yeah, I think they just wrote that story in for this movie.
And then it didn't really lead up to anything. Like the,
Sequel, bro.
you know what? It could have been like a quote unquote motive on why
yeah,
she could have been a suspect
Just so that
in
you could-
killing.
just so that
Yes.
everybody is like a suspect in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. So at this point, both Ghostfaces are racking up a big kill count. Sam freaks out because she sees the officer that's supposed to be guarding her sister at Deputy Hicks's crime scene.
We're not gonna talk about the quick death scene.
We can if you guys want.
Goes like,
that was like an unimportant death too. Like
That was so funny to me. That's the
yeah. So
funniest
who
death.
wants to narrate that?
the dirty looking guy.
you pull
with
him up. Yeah,
with
you
yeah,
gotta-
the-
you
guy
wants
who
to
went
narrate?
outside?
Yeah, so,
yeah,
Right there,
at the
Kyle.
bar.
Kyle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kyle?
Yeah,
I
it's the
didn't care
Kyle
for that.
fella.
I didn't care for that.
let me see.
Why?
Vince, whatever. His,
Oh yeah, because it's not a
There you go.
bombastic
All right.
fucking.
No, it
slaughter.
wasn't,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Well, narrate for the audiences.
It was
so they know.
funny.
Narrate for the audiences so they know. Somebody
So-
explain what was going on in
Well,
this
the
scene.
scene starts where they're at a bar, they're playing pool.
And one of the guys starts hitting on
Vince.
Yeah,
This guy
so
right, Vince.
That Vince, the ex-boyfriend to
poison. Bro looks
the
30.
the jock's girlfriend, walks up to them and he tries to like flirt with her, and then they get into an argument. He gets kicked out, and then the rest of the crew got kicked out too. And like they show I don't know what he is. He looks like a greaser, but he's not a greaser. The dirtbag. He was caught outside peeing, and then Ghostface turned on their car,
his car.
Oh yeah.
and then he walks up to the car. No one's in there, and then he gets a little
Stab to the face.
too quick stab right in the neck,
And that was it.
and it was fucking hilarious.
That was
I
like,
loved that.
that
scene.
was like the best.
I'm
kill
pretty
scene.
sure that was just Amber taking out her
Anger.
frustration
Yeah.
with this dude. Yeah.
That
Because she was the
so
one that
funny.
was there with them, with the friend group that night.
Yeah, but how did she leave
you-
right away? Like that was
How
so
did she
quick.
get dressed
yeah,
so quickly?
Yeah, that was so quick.
Well,
See,
I mean,
that's the
it's just a
skill
big.
of-
Your phone?
Why does it look like jizz on your
What the fuck, bro?
It looks like jizz. But like it's just a big ass gown, so like I feel like you could take that on and off like really quickly.
Yeah, but what was she had it at? She was literally in the pool with them playing. I don't think I feel like they drove together.
she probably has it in her car.
Oh,
I don't know.
let's fast forward back to the Officer Hicks's
that
Deputy Hicks and her son's death. What do you guys think about this scene?
Just lap it up, dog.
That scene, it was pretty brutal, to be honest. The thing that made me mad about that scene, the
Deputy
son,
Hicks?
Yeah, the son.
Oh, her
like he
son,
was ripped. How the
Oh yeah, he did look pretty strong.
yeah, and how the hell did he lose? Like, was it
Yeah,
Richie?
you're right. How
Well,
did
just
it?
because
Was it-
you're ripped doesn't mean that you're like good at fighting
Maybe he's just
or
a steroid
actually
user.
strong.
No, but like,
Maybe he's just a steroid user.
Then he can just go berserk.
yeah, like I was thinking, like, was it Richie that killed him? Because if it was Amber,
That might be the case.
There
I
was
mean-
no way Amber's that strong to push.
To be fair, it's also about technique. Like a lot of times when they're stabbing someone, they stab with one arm and then they use all their weight and then just push down like that. using the
Yeah.
other arm. So that's a very
Yeah,
that's
they
a
do
very
the
hard
one and
thing
then
to
they like
break.
push on.
Yeah, that's a very
on the
hard
other
thing
hand.
to stop.
Yeah.
I was just confused by it. I was like, how
But
are
yeah,
you
it must have been
losing?
the dude.
Yeah, because look at her, look at Amber. I don't think she's that.
Like Amber
strong.
totally could have killed that dirtbag because
she-
it was just a quick little stab in the neck with a surprise
But
attack.
she was also the only one there at the time, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's also this YouTube channel that I watch that
Oh, yeah.
like finds the different styles of screams, like of the ghost faces. Like, so one of them would use a knife like this, and one of them would use a knife like that.
Gotcha.
So they're probably gonna make a video on
I hope
who
so,
was who when.
Because I was curious. Because I'm like, who's,
I like when Ghostface does the wipe off the blood of the blade.
Oh yeah,
They use that animation in Dead by Daylight. and
very
it's sick.
samurai like.
And then like when the mom dies, I was like, damn, that was,
Good riddance.
that was sad.
What?
That was so sad.
I didn't care for that.
I was sad.
I-
I was
he
sad
died.
for her dying.
Yeah, because she was literally just on her way home.
I mean, it was nice
almost
that
made
she
it inside.
was so concerned there. That was nice.
Also,
to see the
bro
emotion there,
had
but-
his taser on the fucking table next to the front door. Like he didn't take that shit to the bathroom and put that somewhere.
Bro,
Right.
he was in the
Right.
shower, bro.
But he could have left it
Well,
in the
he had
kitchen,
he
the
also
sink.
said that he had mace and shit, so he could have used the mace.
Yeah, he could have left it on the
That's-
sink or something.
Like he's a fucking idiot for going into the bathroom. Like he did. Did he even lock the door?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He locked the door, and then she turned. And then Ghostface is right behind and stabs.
It was really funny.
real quick.
It was really funny how they did those like fake like suspenseful
Yeah.
music.
Oh yeah,
And
that
then
was
he
great.
keeps opening shit and closing it.
happens there.
Like, when the heck is it gonna happen?
And then
the first
in
time
the
when he gets
background,
that
there's
happens.
like a black sweater with like a white scarf that you're supposed to see as Ghostface when he closes the door.
Or which,
And then they do that same trick again in the basement with the fridge. There's something that looks just like Ghostface too.
You know, I didn't actually. Was that during the pantry when he was getting the sauce? And
No, it
everything?
was in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think they used all their suspense up in that
Yeah,
one scene.
yeah,
It was
which
great.
worked because when the kill actually came, it's like, oh shit, now it finally
Well,
happened.
but we knew it was coming.
Yeah, and it was like a mixture of comedy where they're not taking themselves too seriously,
You know,
but
it was-
then it was like really well done.
You know what was wild about that? The fact when he was about to die, he was reaching for his taser, and he's like, you know what? I just give up. I'm just gonna focus on trying not to die.
Well, yeah, because you want to try not to get stabbed.
When you want, why don't you just move to the side a little bit?
Move to the side.
Because if you move too much with a knife is above you like this,
Well, the
you
person.
could give way and then get stabbed.
Well, I was thinking like because the person was pushing all the weight down, like you guys pointed out. Why didn't he just like okay and then juke it out or something like move to the side like real quick? I don't know. I was thinking ways of like you could have
Ways to
avoided
try and
that.
survive.
Yeah.
There-
Instead he just tried sitting there fighting against. And if it was Richie, yeah, of course he's gonna lose.
It's
to
probably a
Richie.
little harder when you're actually in the moment.
Plus, I give a certain benefit of the doubt. Like you can't really strategize when you're mid fight.
Unless you're like trained to do these sort of
Well,
things.
see, in
you have to
wrestling, you
keep
had
your-
to think about like your next move.
Bro, he's not wrestling, bro.
Bro, how do you
could
know
have.
that, bro? Yeah, he could have. He looked like a guy like
plus he's gonna
Aleksey.
get stabbed. Like if you're wrestling, the worst you get is like you get pinned and you lose.
They can easily break bones in wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, you still just lose. You don't get fucking
but
killed.
in wrestling, you have to think about your next moveset after you get the like. You're right there.
Not
Well,
really.
yeah, you have to train for that.
So some thoughts I had while watching this movie is are fans of Scream actually toxic? I also
I
wonder
think it was just those
those two. Well, I also wonder, will there be other Ghostface
Yeah.
sequels?
Yeah, probably.
It was a funny way of poking fun at the fans because they know that whatever they do with this movie,
It's not gonna
it's
be
not
good
gonna
enough.
land well with everyone.
Yeah.
And I feel like they talk too much about the rules at points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
when they played the
It
first
was,
movie.
it was pretty funny how the expert got her ass stabbed.
Yeah.
I also wondered how did this movie beat out Spider-Man on
Oh,
that
well,
upset me.
no, dude, come on. Like It's a clickbait headline where it's like it beat out Spider-Man after Spider-Man's been out for 5 weeks. Like it's only talking about like
that
the weekend that it came out, like
It's still
like
upsetting.
comparing the gross income of Spider-Man on its 5th week alongside Scream.
I see what you're talking about now.
Also, it was like that week, the 5th week of.
Yeah, it's not like Scream is in the top fucking movies highly grossed.
Highly grossed of all time. It didn't do bad though. 18.7 million in its first 3 days.
Yeah, but like I think didn't Spider-Man get like almost $500 million in its first
Yeah, I
week?
think so. Yeah,
Weekend
everybody in their
gross
grannies was
30,
there.
30 million, and then for Spider-Man it was 20.
Yeah, for that week. I
And
mean,
then-
it's already been out for like multiple weeks.
But then,
at that point.
like literally after a while, you could see it. Like it got $2 billion or something like
Top
that.
heart surgeons. This simple.
And the
trick-
fact that Spider-Man is still doing so good, it speaks volumes.
All right, let's move on to. I forgot I had that open. Wow, hard to believe he's
You
a
look
senior already.
I know that's
Get
so
out of there, bro.
wild, bro. Wait,
Bro,
can you
we're
go to
Not,
a
it's
different?
not on the internet.
What happened to that coat? You look fly in that.
Yeah, what happened to it?
somewhere.
Wow, you're not even wearing it.
All right. Next we have the hospital fight. So Tara is being greatly injured and desperately trying to escape Ghostface. Officer Dewey and Sam come to the rescue, but Officer Dewey gives his life trying to stop Ghostface. Now one of the OG characters is killed off.
That's unfortunate. I
and
liked him.
Sam and Tara are
See,
no
I
closer
under-
to finding
see,
the killer.
I understand why he died. Like,
I feel
Because
like
he knew too much.
well, no, the
He was
reason
too good.
No, the reason why he died, he also wasn't at peak position, like
Peak physical
Yeah.
condition.
because remember he said he had a bunch of nerve damage. So
He's also the biggest threat because he easily called out the
but
first killer.
also he's like the one who could die with the least to lose, because he doesn't really have much going on
Yeah,
in
he
his
has
life.
no one in his life yet.
And
Unfortunately.
like
because Amber's the one who killed him. Because she even admitted, like during the house scene, she's like, "Yeah, I'm glad I killed Dewey. Now I have to kill the other person."
and like how the characters, the two killers said, like this threequel has stakes where anyone can quote unquote die, even the legacy characters.
That was
And they're
funny.
like, well, we got to kill one of them off, so it has to be Dewey. I mean, he's got stabbed
I'd
like
rather
9
Sidney
times in the
Prescott die.
past.
Yeah.
That's what he said, and that's
I'd
why he had
rather
like
Sidney
nerve
died.
damage.
And yeah, it was weird that they didn't unmask him right then and there / shoot him in the head.
It was funny because he's like as soon as he knocked her down,
Or him.
it was her.
Oh wait, yeah.
Because
it was
she
her. Yep.
admitted it. Yeah,
Yep.
she as soon as he knocked her down with the bulletproof,
Oh, yeah.
They walk away. He's like, I can't leave. You gotta finish what you started. I'm like, why don't you finish it right there and then?
Yeah,
the movie
with
could happen.
with them.
Yeah. Like why do you?
no,
Well,
no.
why did you have to like go?
Why does the
Leave me.
movie have to happen?
Oh yeah, and then
everybody.
the most obvious fucking like tell that the boyfriend is in on it is when the girl like fucking slashes his arm and then he falls down like he got unconscious. Like he just sat out the whole scene after that.
Yeah, I know. I was like, why didn't he? Like, I said this to Jesus, like when that happened. Like, why didn't Richie run up and tackle him while Dewey was like on his back trying to fight her?
I was either like, he's either such a fucking loser that he can't take a slice to the fucking arm. It wasn't even a stab, it was just a little slice. Or he's in on it, which, you know, he was.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, actually, yeah.
I thought that was legit.
I know, me too. For a solid minute, I was like, what do you mean you didn't know that was a
You
thing?
gotta time him right to make him vibe. There's gotta be a little pause between.
I'm waiting for Aleksey
between
to put his arm
conversation.
into the juice.
I'm not
Wait,
doing
hold-
it, bro.
You need to set up a whole piano with a bunch of keys.
That'd be. They have the extra large stream deck.
I feel that'd be way too much money though. I feel
It
like
is.
a
That's why I
piano or
didn't get
something
it.
you could program would be better.
just playing the keyboards over here with soundboards.
you put little thumbnails on them with what they mean.
I mean, I could put thumbnails on this one too. It's just time consuming.
Yeah.
All right. Next, let's talk about
His
the
death,
ending because his
Well, that's-
death was.
I said his death was one of the most gruesome.
So
scenes.
next
the
we're
jock
gonna
died too.
Yeah, next we're gonna jump ahead to the ending. Do you guys want to narrate how the Jock and his sister were attacked?
the jock didn't die.
The jock. No, but he was attacked still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys want to narrate that because I have the very end right here.
So there was a big ass party at
Amber's house.
Amber's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
house,
which was very sus right there and then.
Super sus.
Who has a party in the middle of a murder spree? First of all,
Well, she was the murderer. That's why she's like, you know what? Let's just fucking do
It's
this.
the perfect spot to like, get people alone without too many people
it was-
noticing.
it was
And there's a
also-
billion suspects. That
It
you
was
could-
also at her house, the start of the whole Scream
Yeah,
franchise. So that's just so
oh, yeah, that
wild.
makes sense.
and she knows every inch of that house, so she probably knows the best ways to get people alone and kill them. But yeah, the jock and his girlfriend were making out on the couch. They got into an argument because he suspected that she was the killer.
She didn't even get that much screen time.
He
this
was
entire-
smart for doing so, though, because
She do be
anybody
looking
could
sus,
be
bro.
the killer.
You know, she didn't even get that much screen time through this whole movie.
Yeah, like
She
I'm
was-
thinking like what her arc was by
She
the end
didn't
of the
have one,
movie,
bro.
and like I don't even remember if she was in the last.
Yeah, she was just
She
there.
died, right?
No,
yeah,
she
she got
was
shot
alive.
in the head
No, I
by
thought she-
Amber.
She was there to be there. Okay.
I don't even
At
remember
the end,
her
when
dying.
Amber revealed who she was, she shot
Oh,
her
that's
straight
right,
in the
that's
head,
right.
through right
You're
through the
right.
skull.
That was pretty sick.
She was
That's
kinda
when Amber
useless.
revealed she had a gun. She's
She was
like,
kind of useless as a character.
But yeah, the jock goes out to go find her. Ghostface
Gets
spoofed
stabbed.
Yeah,
spoofed her phone, so it's kind of like he has a copy of her phone, and then uses the location thing to try to lure him into a trap.
yeah.
That's another
And
mistake.
it's an obvious trap too. It's like you
Definitely.
should come find me and make it up to me.
Yeah,
Like who does that in the middle of a killing spree?
well, I mean, didn't he ask his sister to come with?
He also, I think he also had a few to drink.
Drink
I
or
guess,
not,
yeah.
that's a big dumb mistake.
Well, he had the sense to be like, oh, I think my girlfriend's the killer, and then he's like, I'm gonna go find her by myself.
But I don't know how much time progressed.
And then he
between
brought
those.
a weapon, and then immediately dropped it
Well, he hit,
after she.
the movie's got to happen somehow.
yeah. Well, I believe he hit her because Richie was in the car driving there, so it was Amber.
guess.
for-
And you guys
throughout.
want to talk about his sister?
All right, I thought this stabbing was a bit dumb.
Nah, she was great.
No, I liked how her role, but the way she's getting stabbed was so dumb.
No,
do you
it
mean?
was
It was
fun.
the
It was
typical
funny.
icon, yeah.
Yes, it was funny.
It was funny, and like she acknowledged that, like, oh fuck, I'm being dumb.
Yeah, she was watching the
Do you guys-
stab movie.
Yeah, do you guys want to set it up?
And I'm glad that she realized it, and like she got her comeuppance, but
Yeah.
didn't die.
Yes, she was. All right, so she was watching the first stab movie, and she was literally in the same room that
her uncle.
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 what?
The uncle. She was like, remember, because her uncle was in the movie, like the first album.
One of her friends is.
Well,
uncle
anyways, yeah,
got
she was
killed.
watching the movie, and the guy was on the couch talking about like saying behind you, while he was on the couch.
Oh, yeah.
While she's also on the couch doing the exact same thing,
Yeah.
talking to the TV, he's like, look behind you, and then all of a sudden, hold up.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
And then she gets. It doesn't even show
She
her
only
get
gets stabbed in the shoulder.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
she
show
got
it.
stabbed in the shoulder. I saw
Yeah,
it.
she got stabbed.
I
in the
thought.
shoulder.
I
It
thought
was
it,
pretty quick. It was.
I thought it panned away real quick. Yeah, because it just showed to that.
It's nice that she got away because she's like, hold up, let me look behind me real quick.
It's crazy how many times you can get stabbed in this movie and still survive.
I know, right?
like just what's her
Sandals?
name?
Tara.
Tara alone, she got stabbed like 8 times, 12 times, some shit like that, and she still survived.
They're bad at hitting vital spots, I guess.
Well, that's not true because the rest of them they killed pretty well. Like the,
I guess for the characters that count, they just miss every vital spot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they don't die of blood loss somehow.
because they killed what?
Jesus,
They
that's so
killed
loud.
they killed Wes. They killed the mom of Wes.
But they weren't important characters
And
at
then
this
they
point.
also they killed like
I don't remember what Wes's point was really.
no he was the fact it's because it's one of the mom was like one of the
Okay, let me finish up the last scene then. So Ghostface caught and killed. So after holding everyone hostage and eliminating all of Tara's friends, Amber and Richie reveal that they were the 2 Ghostfaces. They claim the reason they did it is because they want their legacy to live on through the stab movies. I thought it was also a little bit funny how they were Reddit trolls, but I do question their relationship together.
Yeah,
It's a little weird.
yeah. Uh-huh.
However, both Amber and Richie are killed by the survivors right before the police arrive assuring the end of the Ghostface killers. I suppose this reveal was obvious, but the film did a great job of making me doubt myself. So overall, it was fun. It was a fun movie, but got very meta at the end.
One thing I really loved about the death of what's her name? The female Ghostface.
Amber.
Yeah, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Is the
like
way
her?
she I liked her, but I liked the way she was killed.
Oh, she got burned and then she got shot.
The
Oh, yeah.
stabbing first. The stabbing first.
Yeah, she gets hurt so
Like-
many times, dude.
How did she not die from that?
Because
But,
everyone's Terminator, bro.
but seeing the way Sam literally embraced her father's like
Craziness.
there for a second, the way she stabbed him, even when
Yeah.
they panned to the knife, he was like,
And then she wiped off the blood.
so it was a
That
very
was
cool
cool.
scene.
I
I
liked
liked
the
it.
scene.
It was a very good scene.
Mm-hmm.
And but then you got to see her craziness.
Which is implying that murder styles run in the veins.
For real.
I just thought it was a cool scene, and they could easily say that after just getting her like first kill, maybe in the next movie she ends up becoming the killer.
I guess
don't-
maybe.
I don't think
I
so.
doubt it would happen.
I don't know if
but-
I even want another movie.
No, probably not. I think this is good where it is, but they're probably gonna cash off on it.
Like
somehow.
unless it has like a really good
Cash in on
idea, I'm kind of fine with it ending like this.
No, they're gonna have another one.
They're
bro.
always gonna
They're
have
With the
another.
desperate.
success of this,
they're
one,
not gonna let it
probably.
die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they won't. Isn't there a Scream TV show that came
Yeah,
out?
there is. I
It
never
came
couple
out a
years
few years
ago?
ago, yeah.
Was that good?
It's on Netflix. May watch it.
I
She said it
tried
was-
watching it.
She said it was okay.
I
It was
tried
not
watching.
great.
I didn't want to. I don't want to continue watching it.
I don't want to continue watching it.
Yeah, so what do you guys think of the whole ending overall, though?
It was
It
fun.
was satisfying.
Satisfying?
Okay, that's all I can
Okay.
say. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't anything amazing, but it was satisfying.
I'm glad. Oh shit! I'm glad it was like fans are the ones who are like doing these horrific crimes.
There's crazy fans that wanted
But at the same time, I'm conflicted because I don't know. It seems a little cringy. Like I get that the directors probably have some vitriol against fans because they all want it a certain way.
They all want it to be like the originals. They didn't want whatever the fuck they were doing for the 8th movie, and so they wanted it them to have new inspirations from a new murder spree, and that is the stupidest reason. Like, how crazy do you got to be?
Well,
to
they're pretty
Extremely crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, my
you
only
did see
question.
it in what's her name's face?
My only question was
Amber.
the other chick, Gail. Was she in a different Scream movie?
She was in all the Scream movies.
Yeah, bro. I wanted Sydney
She
to die
was
though.
the reporter.
She was
I believe.
Monica
Yeah, she was Monica.
and Friends.
Yep.
Oh, I thought I recognized her.
Wow.
I've never seen Friends, so I don't know.
I never seen her either. I just recognize her now.
But yeah, I think they did a good job of wrapping it all up and bringing these
That's crazy.
OG characters back and kind of helping out at the very end at
So
least.
So she reported all the other 4 movies as well.
I
Oh,
think so,
yeah.
yeah.
Dang, she old then when you think about it, because she did the
Well,
first.
yeah.
I like her green eyes.
The
Those are cool.
show was those are cool.
Yeah.
They're not too.
No, they're not like blue eyes. The green eyes, like they stand out, but they don't.
Dang, bro, simping for Monica Geller.
I know,
Something
right?
for her eyes, bro. Her eyes are awesome.
No, but I think the deaths for
Look at those.
those characters.
Look at that.
Relax, bro. You can look at them later by yourself.
the deaths to the like Richie and Amber were honestly pretty sick to me. Like the fact that Amber gets stabbed and then set on like the stove somehow. How does the stove get turned on again?
Her.
Her hand
hits
slips
it,
and
but there's no way it should have lit up that fast. It takes like half
But
a
then
second.
don't you have
for
to
it
stop it at the,
Yeah,
the
you have to
lit
stop
of
It
the
was an
ignition?
electric stove.
No, it was a flame.
It was,
There
a
was gas.
Yeah, it was a gas.
Gas-powered.
So
Yeah,
it was
so-
like that's unrealistic. There, it takes like half a second for
bro,
it to.
this whole movie's unrealistic.
So look, we
What are
we
you
can
guys'
nitpick.
final ratings for this movie?
It's a
Still
7.5.
What do you guys rate it out of 10?
10.
Yeah,
It's a
you rated it
7.5.
10,
No,
bro?
you said it was a
Damn,
10, bro.
Damn, that's wild, bro.
I give it an 8 still. It was enjoyable.
I give it a 7.5 still.
Yeah,
You gave
let's
it
stick
an
with
8
7.5.
yesterday.
You gave it 8 yesterday, you said?
Bro
you
said
gave it an 8 yesterday.
I hate this movies, and
I
he
still
gives it
hate
an
it.
8,
I still
bro.
hate
Bro,
it.
you hated how much you liked it.
I
Just
did.
admit it.
I still do. I still do.
But you hate that you like it.
Yeah, I still hate the franchise.
You guys
though. I
also
think they
hate
need-
that
You were
you
the
guys
one who
like-
asked to watch the first movie this morning.
You also
But
don't
you're
want to admit that
legit
you guys
like, I
Snake
will
Eyes.
not watch this movie.
I
Would you rewatch this movie?
Yes,
my
he would.
sisters actually want to watch it, so I might watch it with
Yeah,
them.
that's,
He
true.
just
That's a
isn't
good
that
excuse, bro.
They're,
All right, let's
they're
read some-
underage, bro. It's rated R.
Let's read some online reviews. This IMDb audience member gave it a 7 out of 10. The 5th installment of the Scream franchise is part
See, it's the 5th one.
Yeah, I looked it up.
It's
I thought
part
it was a seven.
continuation of the story of Sidney Prescott, part commentary on fans who get angry about the unexpected direction the franchise takes. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a good. It's a good.
It's a
movie.
good recap.
I don't know if there's like too many like real critical things to go on about this because it's a stupid movie about a slasher.
True. All right, what about this guy? 1 out of 10 on IMDb. I absolutely love all the Scream movies and have watched them over and over again. Was so excited about
Bro,
seeing this
what?
one and was majorly disappointed. It was boring, predictable, and all over a pile of rubbish.
It was fun.
You can tell that Wes Craven was not a part of this film. I
feel
gave
like-
it 1 star as it was funny in parts, sad in other parts, but I won't be watching it again.
I feel like this guy would be one of the people who becomes the killer.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
like,
to
this
be
movie isn't good
honest,
enough. I gotta make my own.
I don't know what this guy's talking
Yeah,
about. This
these are
movie,
the type of fans that
this movie was actually
this
pretty
movie
good.
was
This movie's pretty
commentating
good.
on.
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
It's fun. I mean,
It was, like, really fun to
It
me.
gets kind of dull in the middle, especially if you've never seen any of the other ones, like I have.
Well, I've seen just the first one, and it's been so long since I've seen the first one.
Because I don't know any of these characters, and they're like Monica. I don't remember her real name, and Sydney.
Gail, I
they're
Gail.
I think that's her name that they played it.
but they're driving on the highway for like 15 minutes just talking to themselves, and I'm like, yeah, this is a little boring. But then they cut back to like the hospital and shit's going on there.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought it was to the house.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, the house.
Let's look at this Metacritic reviewer, 93 out of 100. This new Scream is a killer. Smartly scary and scary smart. Consistent with the history of the series, but unafraid to piss off fans if it's for the good of the story. This satire of requels may very well be the first requel done right. It's a Scream, baby.
I could agree with that. I mean,
Yeah, I was
I
enjoying
don't
it.
think it's a 93.
I
It's
think
not.
that was a bit much.
I think
it's not a near perfect movie. It's,
They say
wait.
it's the
What's
perfect
May?
is-
What's May rating for this movie? Because she's the one who's really into
Good
the
she said it was-
question.
she said.
Oh, she said 10 on the mic yesterday when we
Seriously?
were talking.
I don't
that-
think she was serious.
Yeah, was
about
that serious? Or
I
was,
don't know.
Because I
Probably
remember
not.
her saying like it's not as good as the originals.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah, no
distinctly
sequels usually
remember.
aren't.
That's
So-
why I wonder what May's opinion is, because she's the one who's really into the franchise the most.
True.
Yeah.
This Metacritic reviewer gave it a 50 out of 100. Sure, there's some fun in all the meta playfulness, but there's also a fictitiousness that wears thin and intrudes on the killing spree, making me often wish I was watching any one of the superior movies being referenced.
That word, though.
I don't like that. If it's more serious in the other films, I don't really like that.
Yeah, the series.
Why are you going in incognito mode, bro?
Because it won't show me with ads, without ads
Oh,
on the regular. If you guys were looking when I was trying to do this earlier.
Yeah, you're right.
So the only way I can do it is.
But yeah, this movie I feel like it does a pretty good blend of both, like goofy shit and semi-serious stuff. When it gets too much into like the melodrama, it gets boring.
Yeah, I agree. It's if it's too serious, it takes the fun away, and nobody likes a boring
Not
movie.
enough gore though.
Bro, I
God.
think there's enough. Like, did you?
There's a good amount, bro.
Cabin in
It's-
the Woods has
it's
a lot
brutal.
of gore. Cabin in the Woods has a lot of gore.
Well, yeah, because that's also just a straight up just pulpy. Like we're gonna throw literally everything at the wall,
Good.
We'll
from
talk
all
about that soon.
I'm trying to think. What was the
These
most
two
gruesome?
reviewers
and
on
they're
Rotten-
poking fun at how dumb horror movies are.
These two Rotten Tomato audience members gave it a 5 out of 5. Love that they included parts of the original Scream. the knife scene were scary good too.
What
I don't know
knife
why it took
scene?
me so
Which
much
knife
work
scene?
to read.
The knife one.
All the
Which
knife
one?
scenes. The
All of them.
knife scenes. The knife scenes. This Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a fresh. I never thought I'd say something that could be too meta for me, but this is so self-reflective. It's very funny and the dialogue is sharp. That's it. That's all they got.
I'm getting a little tired about like these meta narratives because they want to do a remake or a continuation of the original property that made them popular. But like they said, they don't want it to go just straight up like an original story because it'd be too
It'd be different. Too different.
it'd be too different, and it would like it would turn away some viewers and not want to like
yeah, there's
watch.
no perfect way to make this movie.
Can we
And
talk?
like they did the same thing in Matrix. I feel there's something else in the last year that I feel like was also a meta narrative.
Halloween?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, Halloween wasn't meta.
But like it was done well here, where it was more played for comedic effect. And yeah,
It was
I'm
meta
glad
done
that it
right.
wasn't. Yeah,
This Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a rotten, a lengthy performance of audience flattery masquerading as provocation.
What?
Big
it?
old words.
That's it?
That's it.
Can we talk about
They don't know what they're talking about.
Can we talk about one thing? Can we talk about how they need to make Stab 7 like Scream? Like they need to make Scream like Stab 7?
Oh,
not?
it would have been cool if they like before the movie release they put a thumbnail for like Stab instead of Scream for all the movies. This is a cool little throwaway
'Cause did you guys
marketing thing.
Did you guys see the like when Richie was watching the like a review on Stab 7 and like
They show a thumbnail.
No,
Oh,
they
yeah, I saw that, yeah.
no, they show like a YouTube clip where it's just like Stab. It had a flamethrower.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's what's like. I wish they did something like that. Like, I want them to do something like them to go that direction because I think it would be funny for comedic effect. Then I don't think you're gonna be able to find it.
I don't think so. So check out our previous podcast if you've enjoyed this one so far. We upload new episodes weekly. Also check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated. Do you guys want to take a break?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I gotta go.
Intermission time.
I asked May. She hasn't responded to me.
Oh, she's probably Right.
Fine.
He hit a sign.
So was he turning and then
All right, we're back on.
was he turning and then hit a sign?
All right. So moving on.
Yeah, time for a spoiler-free review of Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods was released April 13th of 2012, starring Kristen Connolly, Chris Hemsworth, and Anna Hutchinson. Directed by Drew Goddard. Rated R. Plot summary: 5 friends go for a break at a remote cabin where they get more than they bargained for after discovering the truth behind the cabin in the woods. What are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
It's a good movie. I didn't rewatch the whole thing.
You didn't really watch the whole thing, but you suggested it.
Yeah, man. I know most of what happens still. It's still like it's
pretty clear.
Kind of hard to forget the movie.
I actually forgot.
There's a lot of things that happen.
I actually forgot it, so I actually had to rewatch it all.
I knew what I was getting into. I've seen it before, so
Scared the shit
it was
out of me.
good.
It was good? You
It's a
enjoyed
good
it?
movie.
Okay. What are you guys rating out of 10? Oh wait, I didn't get my feedback. So the mystery was enjoyable for me until it was revealed, but I enjoyed the dark comedy of it. It's a meta movie, kind of like Scream, but it doesn't state it outright like Scream did. Overall, it was enjoyable, but not very scary. I don't think it was planning on being scary.
Yeah, I wasn't really planning to be scary.
'Cause
Like,
I
maybe
remember-
at the very beginning, like when she's inspecting the hole in the wall,
Oh, right, yeah.
like that could be a little like unnerving.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, it gets like, you know,
gets
it's
a little
more
more
like
ridiculous.
a Scooby Doo. What's going on?
Yeah. I just remember as a kid, a lot of people were hyping up this movie. They, oh my God, I was scared.
It's a good ass movie.
No, but because they were like, oh my God, I was scared.
Well, maybe some of those people were like straight up lying to you
maybe
because
'cause-
they were like, "Oh shit, this is what's going on." I'm
Yeah,
not
maybe
gonna
it came
spoil
out
it.
Maybe
2012.
because we were kids or we were younger.
Yeah,
they
plus
were like,
that, yeah.
they
We
were
were
like,
12
oh
when
my-
this movie came out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they were like, oh my God, I got scared.
This was another movie where like it was suggested on the podcast that I listened to, and I never watched it until like maybe a year or two ago, and it was really good. I was surprised with it.
To me, every time I think about cabin in the woods,
Fever.
yeah,
Cabin
I
Fever.
think about cabin fever or whatever or fever. It's like similar to this.
And
like
by the
people-
end of the movie, you could like relook at the poster and the name of the movie and be like, oh, I get it.
Really?
like it's a perfect title where it's like the most generic title.
Yeah.
That's the basis for a billion horror movies.
Yep. So
And then you look at the house and how it's contorting, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense by the end of it.
Mm-hmm. So what are you guys' final ratings out of 10?
8.5.
It's an 8.
it's a 7.5.
For me, I gave it a 7, but maybe I'll bump it up based on what you guys have to say. All right, so let's compare to some online ratings. The critic from Metascore gave it a 72 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter is a 92%. IMDb on audience members gave it a 7 out of 10. And Rotten Tomatoes audience 74%. So the average of all these scores is 77%.
Part of the reason I think this, I don't know where that buzzing is coming from.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think part of the reason it was so impactful, especially in the time period that it came out, was that movies weren't really doing this in terms of the horror genre. They had shit like Scary Movie, which like pokes fun in an over the top funny way.
Mm.
But it was never done to the effect where like it takes itself in a different path where it's trying to like hide the mystery of how it's goofy nonsense by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's masquerading what it really is.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Like if you just take the first half, you could make a completely different
mhm.
movie.
and audiences didn't really know what they were getting at the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's true. So before we jump into the spoiler field review, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. Also check out these guys. Their links will be in the description below. We are on most of the podcast platforms, so give us a listen at anywhere at any time.
I don't. When did this movie come out? Because I feel like this movie.
2011, 2012.
Oh,
Did
this
I have it right here.
2012.
2012.
Did
I hear
this
it said
mo-
2011, but see, Cabin in the Woods 2011.
Did this movie come out around the same time as that Evil Dead remake?
You
Um,
mean, like,
Ash
it
versus
up.
Evil Dead?
No,
or-
the Evil Dead movie.
I have no idea.
It was an Evil Dead like remake that came out.
1981.
No, not the Evil Dead. I think it's just called Evil Dead.
Okay, yeah. Evil Dead 2013. So this was
2013.
2 years after.
After.
So it's still
Okay.
a sequel to like, unless that's a remake.
It's like a remake.
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing that movie and I was like,
I prefer
it's
Ash.
It's mid.
Versions.
But
I've
I
never seen that movie. I
They're
want to
worth
watch
watching.
I thought it came out around the same time as Cabin in the Woods because I don't know, for some reason it gives me
The same type of vibe.
not even that, but like I feel like it was like a commentary on like Evil Dead,
Oh.
like on it like turning into a more serious movie, but I guess not since it came out
You
beforehand.
thought it was like connected?
Not connected, but just like talking on movies that are done in that
Oh,
style.
okay, I see what you're saying.
All right, so let's jump into the spoiler-filled discussion. Let's take an in-depth review of Cabin in the Woods, starting with all the friends arriving to the cabin. So the friend group decides to take a trip to Curtis's cousin's cabin in the middle of nowhere. They take an RV, but have to stop for gas before arriving to their destination. They stop at a seemingly abandoned gas station, only to be creeped out by an old man who harasses them. All the while, behind the scenes, a secret organization sets up an elaborate trap for the friend group. I was captivated by the mysterious organization and their goals. However, from the main group, the only character I really liked was Marty the pothead.
One thing you got to notice about these characters, though, is they're all very intelligent people. Keep that in mind because that plays into why they make such stupid mistakes in the movie.
Because they're too smart.
No, that's not why. There's actual reason behind it.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to be carrying me through this movie since I don't remember exactly how the character dynamics worked.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So what did you guys think about the
Bro,
opening
you're really
scenes?
gonna
The
complain
opening
to me
scene
when
I
you
thought
didn't
was
talk
very
about
generic,
Spider-Man.
honestly. It's nothing special. The opening scene is very generic for almost every horror movie. They go out to a cabin or go out to a lake or something, and then they stop by a gas station that looks like it should be shut down or abandoned, and then there's this crazy old man says, "Do not go over there. These deaths keeps happening over there." Okay, and like there's not even a GPS location to this cabin either.
All right.
I feel around the time that I saw this movie for the first time, the new season of American Horror Story, the one that takes place in the 1980s, where they literally do the same shit where it's a group of friends. They go out to I think it was like a campsite or something, and they run into like an old man at a gas station. That's
it's
creepy.
very
as fuck.
generic. Yeah, it's very generic starting position for.
So like
a lot of horror
everyone
movies.
knows this like setup, and like
I think that's what they were going
I
for.
think
maybe.
sharp-eyed viewers were like probably guessing like, oh, this is like generic to the point of like parody.
Yeah.
I think the part that made it original was the people controlling the situation.
Yes, that would be the original part, and that's where like the questions start coming in. Like, oh, what's going on here? This is
Yeah,
not
you don't
something
get the full idea of like exactly what they're doing.
It almost feels like at start you don't know what's going on, so you think, are there people like going to be recording this? Is it going to be like a?
Is this going to be another Squid Game thing? That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that's kind of what you're thinking.
Even
like,
though this came out before.
well, yes,
Yeah, but I just mean like
lack of a better term.
It's contemporary.
Yeah, lack of a better term, it's like a Squid Game situation.
hey, what's up, Zayn? He said hi.
Yo, what up?
Howdy.
But yeah, so what did you think, Javier? You sound a little
sorry.
quiet.
Sorry. You know, seeing that scene, it just reminded me like the other movie I was talking about. The movie's called Cabin Fever.
You know, Cabin Fever is a game mode in a game called Combat Arms.
Really?
Okay.
Well, this movie, Cabin Fever, came out in 2002 because I was just looking it up. Because like,
Okay, so this is no.
Oh, I remember this movie.
this is the movie I thought Jesus was
yeah, this
talking
movie.
about.
This movie was not that great.
That looks like some ass, bro.
It came out before the.
It's very
Cabin in
typical.
the
It's not that great.
I'm just saying it looks like some ass.
I wouldn't watch it.
They made a
again.
remake.
Yeah, well, I guess that one, the remake, is about Patient Zero or whatever.
I would not watch it again.
I've always wondered how it all started. Like, how it all. Because they don't explain it. At the end of Cabin Fever, everyone dies and they just don't explain it all the way and, like, what
Wow,
happens.
spoilers. I'm just kidding. All right.
So, but they had that generic scene, what you're
I
talking
wouldn't
about.
watch the
because
movie, but
it's
yeah.
like a group of 5 or 6 people
They go out to the cabin in the woods.
Well, and then they stop at a gas station with hillbillies that eat people
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
because they're already infected with whatever virus or whatever's out there. And then
All right, let's move on
What's
to
that
the
have
next
to do
scene.
with the movie, bro?
Yeah, let's move on to the next
sorry,
scene.
bro. I'm sorry.
So
I was
the
explaining.
the friend
Very
group
good.
discovering the basement in the cabin and activating a curse.
All right. Before that,
that.
All right. So in the cabin, there's you know how these friends are getting drunk and all that, but they're very smart friends. But there's a special thing that the people in control of the entire area around the cabin.
Oh, didn't they use pheromones?
Yes, they use a special pheromone to actually
The stupid
dumb
pheromones.
them down significantly. That's why they make such stupid moves, such as deciding to go outside and make out in the fucking forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that comes later.
Wait,
that
let
comes
him
later.
explain it. Let him finish this, and then we'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it.
I think
okay?
it's a fun, really creative concept where like they go into the basement and like whatever they touch.
Yeah, let me
triggers a
set up the scene.
Yeah, he
Let me
didn't
set up the
set.
scene,
Yeah, he
bro.
didn't set up the scene. You need to be
Oh
quiet.
my God.
Let him
You
talk.
mentioned
Set it
it,
up,
so
set
I
it up.
thought you talked about it.
No,
already.
Alex, you just cut him off.
Yeah,
real quick.
that's my bad.
Jumped ahead towards
That's my
the
bad.
death. All right, so the friend group discovering the basement in the cabin and activating the curse. So after a game of Truth and Dare, Dana gets dared to check out a mysterious basement in the cabin. Her friends follow her, and they find old-timey relics lying around everywhere. Marty warns them something feels off, but no one listens. Instead, Dana reads an old diary and recites an ancient verse. Little do they know, they just picked up their own demise. Meanwhile, the secret organization takes their bets on the zombie hillbillies they activated. This is where the dark comedy begins, because Marty seems to be the only sensible one and everybody else is kind of cliche. Another comedic aspect I enjoyed was how the secret organization handled such a heavy operation so lightheartedly.
Also, just one more thing to point out: the door to the thing popped open. It wasn't just like
It wasn't the...
That's
Yeah.
that's where the pheromones come in play because none of them even questioned it.
Yeah,
He was only Marty did because he was high.
Well, that's
because-
the reason why Marty wasn't affected because of the drugs he was taking in the movie.
Yeah, he's smoking that big marijuana.
Yeah, whatever he was smoking, it had a nullification. It wasn't
because
working.
Kurt was like, "Oh, it must have been the wind," and then Marty was like, "Seriously?"
Yeah, so whatever he was like he said, whatever he was taking was strong enough to like cancel out everything.
And
so all he had to do was take some weed and it'd be fine.
And in terms of how the agents they're taking it so lightly, I'm it's obvious because they've just been doing this for so long.
Yeah,
And they're doing
sacrificing-
it. It's a worldwide.
because they're
thing,
doing
too.
it to sacrifice people, right?
Yeah.
For the big thing,
They're trying to
For
wake
the
up the
gods-
ancients or something like
ancient
that.
gods,
the
yeah.
Cthulhu looking.
Well, they were
yeah.
trying to keep him asleep, weren't they?
Was that
They're
what I thought?
sacrificing it to Cthulhu so he doesn't destroy the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were trying to do it worldwide, and they were failing miserably. Like a group of what was it in Japan?
Yeah,
A group of
Japan,
like
kids.
12-year-olds managed to defeat the weird
The kaijus.
Hey man, they're
Kaiju.
smart. They're
It was-
smart, bro.
I
Yeah,
thought that
it's
was
such
funny.
a fun concept.
I enjoyed that.
That was funny to me, to be honest.
But yeah, like you were talking about Jesus, I also liked how they got to pick their own doom.
Yeah, like you could totally see the scenario where they do like a sequel and it's
they
the
never
exact same room, but they just pick up something else, and you get a different story from that.
what was the one guy that
could make for a
You
had the
betted
whole
on the
game.
mermaid. One of them betted on a mermaid.
There was those the other head scientist or whatever, the other guy who's controlling the levers. His was funny because I love his death at the end.
The way that they were betting on what happens, it reminds me of the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh right,
Where they do the
Deadpool?
exact same shit.
Yeah, they picked the Deadpool.
the Deadpool.
Yeah, that's why I was
That's
thinking for Deadpool more when they're like, okay, bet who's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's called the Deadpool. That's where he got. They literally say it in the movie Deadpool too. That's
I
where he
know.
got his name from. All right, but next let's talk about Jules being killed. So Kurt and Jules head into the woods and they become the first to encounter the zombies. Jules is killed by them and Kurt barely escapes, heading back to the cabin. When he returns, the zombies try breaking into the house. After barricading in, the friends split up because of the pheromones.
Yeah.
Marty soon discovers there's tiny cameras in his room watching him, Before he can tell the others, he's attacked by a zombie and left behind by his friends. This scene is where the action picks up. It's not scary, but it's very suspenseful since the audiences don't know who will die.
It's fast paced as well, so.
I found that scene funny when they were in the woods. And they were like, she's like, "No, I don't want to do it here. It's cold and everything." And then they go, then they pan back to the scientists, like, "God damn it!" And then they turn up the heat, and then they raise the moonlight, and then they activate more pheromones to like make it more sexual.
Yeah, and especially since you're like in on the joke, it's definitely you know that it's not scary. You're kind of in for it in terms of I just kind of hope just to see what happens next.
And then they're just like, "We can't kill them yet. Why not?" Well, the audience, the guy who's running the shit, he wants to see titties.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that's why it made me think it was like a Squid Game sort of thing. I was like, dude, these rich perverts just want to watch.
And then the
people die
titty scene happened, and he was just like, "Oh, well, then she died."
Yeah. So I just thought I was like stupid, very stupid, but I guess that was supposed to be the case. So
And then like you said, then they go to the house, and
it's
then
a shame that Chris dies so fast.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
and then Kurt, the guy who, like you said, the guy
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, but his name.
Did he
Kurt.
die by smashing into the?
Yeah,
the
that comes
barrier?
later. Yeah, that comes later.
Yeah,
It's surprising how much of this movie I remember in terms of events, but not like the actual characters. Because in the end, the characters they are literally just there to be sacrificed.
Yeah, the characters are written very generic, which is why I didn't really vibe with them.
It's like,
well, that's the
sacrifice
point.
1, 2,
Yeah, I
3,
get that
4.
the point was for them to be generic, but it also made it hard to feel any attachment or enjoyment.
I don't really think you're
Do
supposed
you
to
feel
make
much
any.
for anyone in, say, Friday the 13th movie?
No.
Not really. But then again, I haven't watched the movie in a
Friday
few years.
the 13th is a good birth control.
Pretty much. But yeah, what did you guys think about that whole scene where they're being attacked by zombies in the cabin, and then Marty gets dragged out, and the rest of them run away?
Here's a question: was the pheromone only for guys?
No, it's for everyone.
Was it for everyone?
Yes.
Okay, because the
To
other
make
guy.
them stupid too.
Yeah, because I thought about the other guy.
had
The
the
other
big
guy
stupid-
wasn't really next to him when Kurt's like he first said, "Let's stick together and let's work as a team." And
Some may take more of it than others, so that's why some might be smarter than the other person. So yeah.
Well, yeah, because they even said it towards the end, like the I don't know the other guy's name, I don't remember, but he was like a scholar or whatever. They're like, he's just really smart. So like, did they had to use more on him or
No,
less
that's
on
not
him,
the case.
or was it just a thing that they just?
I don't know. I'm not gonna play too much in it. All I know is it plays a big part into why they're making such dumb decisions.
They
That's
also
all I
made,
know.
but they started off with them making dumb decisions. Like, why would they go to a cabin in the woods? And they even said it like towards the end of the movie. He's like, wait, Kurt doesn't even have a cousin.
Yeah, I'm sure that they were tricked into it.
Yes.
Somehow.
So like, how did Kurt already become dumb? That's what I'm questioning now.
Well,
The movie needed to happen.
they're very meticulous. They could have I don't know. They could have.
drugged him or something?
Yeah, they could have planted a bug.
The movie needed to happen.
The movie
Well, I mean, yeah, I get that. But I'm saying that's the one thing I questioned at that. Once they said, "Oh, he didn't even have a cousin. How did we get out here?" It's like, well, then how the hell did he get there? That's what I'm questioning now.
I watched the How to Beat.
They were tempted
Cabin
by
in the Woods
something.
video too.
All right, so some questions I had while watching the movie is how did they capture all the monsters in these little cube containers? That must have taken a lot of work.
I'm assuming those monsters were
Just like how Area 51 probably.
Well,
does.
no, my guess is those monsters, they came to be through failures of doing proper sacrifice. So every time they failed to sacrifice or something, a monster would show up to try and destroy said area of the world or something like that. But they managed to capture it and just contain it there.
You don't think Cthulhu just released them and they?
That's what I'm saying. Every time they fail to sacrifice a monster, Cthulhu would release a monster to go fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this organization is working with the government or they're just their own
No,
thing.
government.
what
They
they
have a
have
government.
is because they obviously use some kind of satellites to completely make the cabin and the area around the cabin completely dark. So no satellite, no GPS.
And there's
to
a
that
big ass
area at
force
all.
field too.
Yeah, so
How
that's
would that not be able to keep
obviously
Cthulhu in there? That's the first question. Is that force
government.
field
If
so
anything,
weak?
like Men in Black kind of thing.
Okay. So next scene, Kurt and Holden being killed. So Dana, Kurt, and Holden almost escape using the RV. However, they are stuck as the cave collapses in front of them. Kurt tries to get help using his motorbike and making the jump against the hole.
Why did they panic so much if they knew there was a force field there?
I don't think they knew.
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
How did they? No, like.
The people in charge.
The people in charge. Why
Probably
because
because there's probably like a one-way entrance and exit in terms of like because they need the characters to come in at some point.
Oh, so like the opening.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
there's probably just an opening.
Okay.
So
and then the rock is just like
They
a
caved
fail
it,
safe in
yeah.
case something.
So, however, he smashes into the invisible force field and is killed.
So funny.
The troubles don't end there, as Holden is stabbed while he and Dana are trying to escape using the RV. However, Dana survives and is able to escape towards a dock. I did enjoy how we got to see the secret organization struggle to do everything they could to stop the friend group from escaping. It made it more fun to decide what side to root for, since you knew the stakes at this point.
How did they struggle so much? They literally dumped them the fuck down. How did they
Well,
struggle?
because you gotta remember Marty.
I mean,
he did-
survival
Yeah,
instincts, I
Marty-
guess.
Yeah,
Marty
Marty's
was-
the reason why it fucked everything over.
That's true. He found the camera and everything. So
Well, because he found the hole that the
Yeah,
the
they
head
had
of
to
the
show that,
document-
So they had a
Yeah.
head start on like trying to actually escape.
Yeah, so he freaking demolished the TNT option.
But
To
what
the-
did you guys think of the scene up to this point, though, where they were like trying to stop the bridge from trying to destroy the bridge so that they wouldn't escape? And
I thought it was funny
I
because
thought it was a bit intense. Yeah.
You thought it was a bit. I thought it was funny because he like after like
Well,
it
'cause-
wasn't working. They're like they ran. He literally ran down. He's like, I gotta fix
Would
this.
suspense be better, or I don't know what would be a better word instead of intense? Because they were obviously freaking out. So
I really like I just like the climax of that scene where it's just him smacking into the fucking force field. I laughed my ass off the first time I saw that, and I was watching that with my ex at the time, and I think they got mad at me. For
that
for
makeout
laughing.
scene with the
The wolf.
wolf head, that was so fucking weird.
yeah,
Why was that
this
weird?
movie had quite a few weird moments. But
She
yeah,
was really into it too. She was like, yes.
She was feeling herself, bro.
Why are you just scrolling through a bunch of pictures?
I'm trying to find the scene we're talking about, but I guess they don't have the
Oh,
picture
this-
for
Well,
it.
This is
I feel like
going
that'd
in
be
order.
a spoiler if it's on IMDb.
Yeah, we're in the spoiler-filled section.
No, he's just saying overall.
No. Oh, I saw a
Go
picture
back,
of a
go
force
back.
field.
Yeah, go back.
because they got pictures of everything. So at this point, they probably would have
Right
it.
there.
There's a force field.
Okay. Next, let's talk about Marty and Dana escaping. So as Dana is about to be killed by a zombie, Marty comes to her rescue. He shows her a secret door he found in the zombie's grave. There, they find it's an elevator and take it to the unknown. They soon find out they're trapped in a container surrounded by hundreds of monsters. They escape to the control room, only to be shot at, forcing them to free every monster around them. The monsters destroy the entire organization, and Marty and Dana defeat the director of the organization in a final standoff, leaving humanity to face the wrath of the evil monsters.
This is kind of where I lost track of what the fuck was going on, and I lost hella interest.
I kind of agree with you there. I didn't lose track, but I did lose interest because I'm like, okay, I get this movie's being like cliche, but it's a little too over the top at this point.
Like,
what would you rather them do?
I don't know. I didn't like the whole angle of we gotta sacrifice to an ancient god.
Well, that part I didn't mind that as much. I just lost track of everything at the end. Basically, I couldn't focus on almost anything throughout
Like
that.
what? Because they just showed a bunch of different monsters, or what? What do you mean?
I don't know. I just couldn't focus on one point. I understand what was going on. The monsters obviously just release and just start killing
like to
everything in
me,
sight.
it doesn't
That's about all I
seem
can
doesn't
see.
seem that confusing. The chick goes down in the elevator. She sees a bunch of spooky monsters.
And releases them.
Yeah, releases them. The scientists and the dudes get fucking killed.
I was a little distracted when watching the scene. So
Yeah, like maybe you're just talking about like you're getting distracted at looking at the monsters and also paying attention to what she's actually doing. Maybe.
To me, that whole Ed scene was kind of boring.
I also didn't like how Dana betrayed Marty, and then they were like, "Oh, it's all good, bro." Don't even worry about it.
Like I said, to me, the end scene was pretty boring. I don't know why.
Because the director convinced her to turn her gun on Marty, and then Marty like beats her.
Yeah.
Well, the monster grabs Dana. He's like, "I'm sorry too." As the monster grabs her, and then after they defeat the monster and the director, Marty's like, "Oh, you're all good, Dana. Don't even worry about it, G."
Well, I mean, it's because they died. They freaking died. They don't even escape. That's the funny part. They freaking just die from the hand.
Yeah, because it's a cycle.
I like the director because I like the actor. Later.
So, what are you guys' final ratings?
8.5.
for this
Still an
movie?
8.
Still a 7. Wait, how is it an 8.5 if the end confuses you?
Because the movie's still good. Just because something confuses me doesn't mean it's not a good
The
movie.
whole end is like 10, 15 minutes long. And
Your
you
point?
Okay.
Plus, I don't find it that confusing.
I didn't
don't-
find it. No,
like I said, I was also distracted when watching it towards the end.
I said it wasn't
Like I kept track of everything, but then I started getting a little
That
distracted. by
wasn't
other things
confusing.
I
It was just-
doing
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
time.
just Alexi who was confused.
Yeah, I was just getting distracted when.
I just thought it was boring more than anything.
How was it boring?
I don't know. I liked how everything was going on, and then once they get to the end, it's just like
Yeah, I think
It's
at the
kinda just
end for
dulls
me, it got too
How?
tropish.
I don't know how to
That's the
explain.
whole point of
I,
the
know,
movie.
I get it. But if you're gonna make a movie about a trope, why not just make the whole movie the trope?
It was
saying.
though. The whole movie, like
No,
it
but
was more subtle at a
it
point.
started off a lot more nuanced. It wasn't as in your face that like, oh, this is just a cliche.
But the whole organization was in on it, and they were pointing. They were literally shoving all that shit in your face. Like,
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
Like-
at the very beginning.
like, I'd
with the
Yeah, I
rather-
know,
resident
I
and-
get that, but I'm saying like at the end it went really over the top with saying, "Oh, by the way, did you guys know this movie isn't actually we're just being silly here."
yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I saw all those monsters that I did because
was
I
kinda
feel like they
ashamed.
wouldn't. They're not gonna do a sequel since they already
Yeah,
Did this one.
got the point across that like this is dumb bullshit. And if they make a sequel, you
It'd be
already
even-
get the joke.
Yeah. It would just be dumb. No sequel necessarily would be too dumb. I feel
Yeah,
like
like,
it would fall
like-
very flat if they made a sequel.
Because
Yeah,
if they just did that thing and then they mention like, oh, they picked this relic and they go with one specific monster set, then I'd just be left guessing with like, oh, the things that I could have seen, I'm never gonna get to see. But then they show them.
My favorite scene is actually at the end though. So I don't know. It's just it's
It's
super
at the end, but it's not. But you
it's
also
super
find it boring.
Yeah, I do. The only thing that I liked about the end was the guy dying from the merman or whatever. Hey, you should go. You should.
Yeah, see, I enjoy the comedy aspect of it too.
should-
I
you should
guess the
show
end
it.
was trying to take itself too seriously. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I can
It's
see
like
that.
the stakes are high. Either you kill each other or everyone dies. It's like where's
But
the
I think-
comedy that we
I
had
think
throughout
that
the
is
film?
a trope because it's over the top. Like the fact that there's a big dumb Cthulhu monster that you have to take quote unquote seriously. Like, how are you gonna take that seriously?
Yeah, that was my issue with it. It's like
Well, that's the
They also
point.
got too serious.
I know, I get
guess.
it's the
How,
point,
how
but
do
I'm-
they get too serious?
Because
but you
once they
also
fi-
say it's
because
not
once-
serious.
I'm
No,
just
it's
saying,
because
if
once they
something
find
is-
out Marty didn't die, they're like, we have to find that guy to kill him. And
I'm
then,
assuming
and then the
what-
entire last 20 minutes is about kill him, kill him. And then they're trying to kill the one guy. And then they
Here's my
fuck up
take
so
on
bad that the freaking die. Everyone in that organization gets ripped apart from clowns, fucking
Here,
spiders.
let me see if I can
snakes.
say it better. All right, so it gets too serious or something that should not be taken this seriously. Like it's
As
ridiculous.
you're seeing a bunch of big dumb monsters killing people from limb to limb. Very
like no, I'm talking
serious.
about like the Cthulhu monster. Like they take that too seriously.
yeah, they had
for
a
something that
whole
does not
scene
need
where
to
like
be.
the director had them turn on each other, and there was this whole speech about we got to do this, we got to do this.
for something that's just utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, the whole film was great up until that point for me is what I'm trying to say. Because it did a good job at being like, hey, here's a funny joke. By the way, this is somebody dies because they're being dumb.
I hard disagree, but whatever. It's fine.
All right, what's your defense for it then?
Well, like there's these actors that are playing the fuck up out of this situation that is stupid. It's not like at that point, the director and like the whole organization are in on it. So like you're laughing along with them. But then the jokes played up on it's reversed on them. and we as the audience are still like seeing the stupid situation unfold, and you can just like point and laugh at the dumb decisions that the organization is doing.
Really?
I actually thought it was Aleksey.
Yeah, that was him.
was me.
It wasn't a soundbite.
Oh, really?
That was me.
That was him.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Like they're hamming it up on purpose. Like it's not like they want you to take it seriously too.
Okay, I can see what you're saying though. Yeah,
Okay.
I get it. All right, next.
Let's look at some online.
Because if you take it seriously too, then you know the whole fucking spirit of the movie. Like
This is gonna be lost.
That's my issue. I feel like they were trying to get me to take it seriously at the end. That's where
they're taking themselves seriously, but as the audience, I don't think you should be taking them seriously. It's
yeah,
a
I
big,
know, but
dumb
I'm saying
thing.
if the
what you're
film
saying.
is trying to tell me to take it seriously at the end, that's when I'm like, why?
I just
Why
like
now?
I just like the director's actors. Okay, that's all I like about the ending scene. It's she's
But
very cool.
overall, if all I have to criticize is the ending, then the rest of the film was pretty great.
I said I liked the whole film
So
until it gets to the end.
overall, it was really enjoyable, and I was enthralled by it.
Until it gets to the end, and then it's just like whatever at the end. Until I see the mermaid kill the guy. The guy's like, I just wanted my mermaid. And next thing you know, he looks at me, fuck, I died to the merman. Shit.
Like if you want to go about nuance, like if you take the scene at face value, it is boring and droll. But if you like, you know, take it at like they're trying to do this serious scene, but you as the audience know it's stupid and
joke.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, that's nuanced.
Yeah, but at the same time, it kind of makes you question, like, why did
We're
I
going
watch
around in
this?
fucking circles.
Yeah,
I'm done with this discussion.
I guess
There's
we're not
not
going to
gonna be
get
a
each
winner.
other to see
There
each
will be
other's
no
sides.
winner. Agree to disagree.
All right, this IMDb audience member gave it an 8 out of 10. Chris Hemsworth, Kristen Connolly, Anna Hutchinson, and Jesse Williams, and Franz Kranz are 5 college friends who head off for a weekend
I
at
think
a
this is just
secluded cabin in the woods. It's a
Telling
summary.
the summary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's classic horror. What follows the series horror classic discovers, and finally, the shocking truth. Director Drew Goddard co-writes, and Josh Whedon as they bring a smart spin on the traditional horror. It's easy to see how this is the work of movie fans. They definitely know the horror genre. Chris Hemsworth is proving his movie hunk status.
I recognize.
This is the best described
Sorry
as a
about
master-crafted movie.
I recognize Josh Whedon, but what else did he make?
What else did
Avengers 1,
Oh, I thought I recognized it. Yeah.
Justice League,
How do you spell
something else.
Whedon?
It's
Whedon.
Whedon.
Let's go. Oh, Joss.
Oh, yeah.
I spelled it Josh.
Close enough.
Wait, she made Buffy?
I guess.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
He is a writer, Avengers writer, writer
Cool,
for Cabin in the
cool,
Winds,
cool.
Angel.
I didn't know he worked on Cabin
And
in
then
the
he
Woods.
did a big black stain
Agents
on his
of
career
Shields.
with the Justice League.
Justice League
Oh,
Shit
screenplay.
stain.
Oh, he did Age of Ultron as well.
Cool. I
Also
like
a
Age of
bit
Ultron.
a stain on his career, but less so.
Astonishing X-Men.
Age of Ultron has got a pretty good cult following.
It-
Well, I
it-
wouldn't
it
say
has
cult
its
following, but
problems.
yes, it does. But I still enjoy it.
Bro, the Hulkbuster suit. Sick.
Why doesn't he just use that all the time?
Hulkbuster suit?
Isn't it
Yeah.
slow? Isn't it a lot slower though?
Yeah,
for
but
them?
it packs a punch though.
All right, this
Yeah, but if you're not
IMDb
fast enough
audience
to keep
member
up with them, you're
gave
gonna
it
die.
this IMDb audience member gave it a 1 out of 10. It's just gore for the sake of it. There's no cohesive story and there's no satisfying ending. The movie sucked hard. Skip it and watch something truly suspenseful, like
Like
The
what?
Invisible Guest. They literally gave an example.
Oh my goodness. That guy.
Spanish with English subtitles.
You know, is
Let's
this,
see what
is this
their
a,
movie's about.
Is this an Aleksey answer?
Bro, I like the movie. What do you
it's
mean?
It's actually got pretty good ratings.
Yeah, but I don't think this is the type of movie that
Go to images.
he probably assumed this movie was something else.
El Invisible.
It probably was like Cabin Fever.
Yes.
Like he is Tara.
He's terrible from Scream.
Yeah, where he wants something, you know, like thought
Are you
provoking.
calling
He
him
wants a completely different
murderer?
movie out of what he watched.
Yeah, I don't. It'd be funny if he didn't even get that that it's supposed to be poking fun at those types of movies.
This Metacritic reviewer gave it a 90 out of 100. Drew Goddard's giddily brilliant The Cabinet in the Woods has a lot on its twisted mind.
What?
Didn't Tara even bring up Cabin in the Woods in her
I
description?
think so, yeah.
For one of her favorite movies?
Yeah.
I
probably.
think so, yeah.
Along with It Follows, which is a good movie.
There was also The Babadook when she said, my favorite movie is The Babadook.
25. This Metacritic reviewer gave 25 out of 100. A creep fest so stupid it makes trashy slash and burn epics like Humans versus Zombies and I Spit on Your Grave seem like Moliere and Proust. I don't even know what that is.
I've never seen
Either movie. Yeah, I've never seen
what
either.
the fuck are those? There's foreign movies?
Humans versus Zombies.
The movie.
The
Just
movie.
totally put in the movie.
This looks so dumb.
I don't think this is the movie.
Kind of reminds me of like ninjas versus zombies or aliens.
2011.
What the frick?
What is
Well,
this?
these reviews are old, so they're probably 3.9.
Plus,
What?
I feel like some people are just not getting the point.
All right, this Rotten Tomatoes
Oh, I
audience
thought you were
member.
gonna look up I Spit on like your grave.
You want me to?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
curious. I mean, I want to know what it looks like at least, so I can be like, what the hell?
I spit on your grave.
Pretty low, 32, 27.
Looks
Pretty
familiar.
bad.
It looks
reviews.
like garbage.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
what
looks
they're
like
talking
porn
about.
disguised as a horror movie.
Oh, I've
It looks
actually
like
seen,
ass.
no,
It's a
I've seen
snuff
this
film,
movie.
bro.
I've actually seen this
Don't
movie.
bang on the table.
Well, of course you've seen it, bro. You watch nothing but terrible movies.
I do watch bad movies, so
This Rotten Tomatoes
Well,
audience
it's
AT
not
on
that
Owl
good.
House, bro.
gave it a 2 out of 5. Perhaps it's my aversion to horror films with comedic aspects, or maybe it's the camp of it all. Pun sort of intended. Just to not love this one.
Wait, so this is a rotten score?
Yeah, I think they assumed it was gonna be more serious than it actually was.
Yeah.
I want to see a trailer of this movie and see if they were marketing it as a.
Okay, we can pull one up after the podcast because I can't play.
Every time we talk about like, oh, we'll do something after the podcast, we forget.
Well, I can't do it during the stream.
Yeah, no.
because I get-
I'm not saying that you should. I'm just
Okay.
saying. I'm just pointing it out. That's funny.
This Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a fresh. While being like so many others, it's unlike anything you'll see. It's weird, hilarious, and actually scary. The Cabin in the Wood has it all.
Actually scary.
At
What
the
are you
very
talking about?
beginning, I guess, like that
That
part
mystery
in,
introduced.
with the girl trying to inspect her room, seeing what's going on.
Yeah,
that's
was
the only part that ever like came across in my mind that was
That was
like, oh,
gonna
that's
be-
a little spooky.
It's a little sus.
This Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a rotten. This is, I know, a self-aware film. Its cliches are parodies of horror cliches generally, but to subvert a form, it should, first and foremost, work as an entertainment, and it most surely does not.
What do you mean?
It's definitely a fun movie.
I know. What does that guy mean? What?
it wasn't fun enough for them, I guess.
Well, that
So-
guy's boring.
Check out our previous podcast if you've enjoyed this one so far. We upload new episodes weekly. Also, check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly
What did you
appreciated.
just do, bro?
Now,
The wire
time for
right here.
content we've seen this week. What are some shows or movies you guys
I
watched?
watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990s live action movie.
Go ninja, go.
I rather enjoyed it much better than the more recent
I
ones.
did actually finish it this morning.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I rather enjoyed it much more than the more recent ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, those are fun.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't want to watch these
never
because I was like,
watched
one
that.
one
looks
and two
bad,
are
right?
the only good ones.
Because
I
it
was-
looks bad.
yeah, I thought the costumes looked ridiculous. But now that I'm older, I can actually appreciate that it's
The effort
goofy.
that went into it and
Yeah,
all
but
that.
these are pretty top tier costumes.
One and
They
two are
all-
the good ones.
The personality that each actor put into these different turtles was actually very spot on and good. I
What?
really liked
Where
it.
can you watch it?
It's on Netflix. What is that,
That's
buzzing?
your phone.
Much better
Javier.
than what is it, the 2017 ones and the TM,
Michael
and
Bay.
and then there's the
Oh
TMNT
my god!
one.
What the heck is that?
You don't remember
I
this
hate their
movie?
designs.
I've never watched that.
They look
It had, I
homeless,
think
and
it
I
had
mean they
Megan Fox in
are,
it.
but
They are
Why are they so beefy? Like, oh my god!
the many evolution of the
they're
turtles.
sex icons, bro.
They are sex icons.
International
But
Men in
yeah,
Must-
You know,
I
it's
also
so-
enjoyed this movie. It's very lighthearted, goofy, fun, entertaining.
What's so wild to me is the fact that one of them has a crush on a human girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they all think she's cute, but yeah, one of them.
But yeah, I would recommend watching this. If you have not seen it, definitely watch it. If you've seen it, still watch it.
Still watch it.
Don't watch
Very
the 2006
enjoyable.
TMNT though.
Oh yeah. There's a picture up here.
Yeah, don't watch that.
Yeah, I watched this twice.
I
in
like that
theaters.
movie.
I actually enjoyed it too.
I
I
liked,
watched it
like,
twice in theaters.
I watched half of it.
I watched it in theaters and it.
Definitely watch the Nickelodeon series. It is great.
That one?
I want to
This one-
watch that.
This
so
one is
bad, bro.
great. I highly recommend
There's
it.
also that newer one that's animated, but
Which one?
it's like the latest TMNT show.
Show it off, Eddie.
This is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
This
that
is
one's
great.
good, but there's the other one that's in 2D that's also really good.
Oh, there's a new one.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, this one.
Yep, that one. I heard
Oh.
that one's really good, and it has like
I like
some
the
really
animation.
amazing animations.
Rise of the
Animation looks
Ninja
pretty
Turtles. Oh, it's a Nickelodeon as well.
Mm.
Okay.
I've seen the other one, the one that you're showing off, Eddie. I've seen
Yeah,
that
I
one.
like it.
That's
I like
about
it.
the only other movie I actually watched this week. I mostly just worked my butt off and streamed a little bit when I could. I played
trying
some
to-
Call of Duty as well, but I got my butt kicked in that constantly.
You can't play Fortnite with
What
us?
else did you guys watch?
I watched the first 2 episodes of How I Met Your Father.
I was
How
gonna
was
ask
it?
You, yeah.
It's
Did you meet your father?
Because you were a fan of How I Met Your Mother. So how do you feel as a fan of that
huge
series?
fan. I'm conflicted because the first pilot episode, the first 5 minutes are god awful.
Yeah, was it as cliche as we saw in the trailer where they were like all about the
Like,
new age technology?
In the trailer, I don't know why, but like the lighting and the props looked cheaper in the trailer, but when I actually saw the show,
It looked even cheaper.
no, there's definitely scenes where it looks like
They all look like boomers.
where it looks like a generic, other sitcom show, but I definitely see like the lighting and the camera work. It reminds me very much of How I Met Your Mother.
how do you
how
feel?
it was done.
I know you also had criticisms of the actual bar itself. How do you feel about it?
Looks generic.
At the moment, they didn't really show like
The
their
bar too
bar. The one of the characters, like the Indian guy, he owns a bar that's like super fucked up and shit. So he's still like building it up. I don't.
Okay.
It kind of looks like McLaren's bar, but I don't know if it's actually the same bar.
Are they all
so-
supposed to be young?
So, as a How I Met Your Mother fan, would you recommend this series to?
I'd recommend you check it out. The pilot, it gets better halfway through, and like you can definitely see that Hilary Duff as the main character. You could definitely see
Oh, I
like
don't like her.
vibes of Ted Mosby, because she's like a hopeless romantic, and she does a cringy like love gesture just like Ted did in the first episode. So it is rehashing some scenes, but I like the characters well enough. The Indian guy in the first couple minutes, his acting was kind of not great. And
Kinda
I
garbage.
hated how much they brought up like like Tinder, Grinder.
Yeah, that was my question to
in
you.
the first episode. In the second episode, they didn't really bring it up that much,
Was
and
Josh-
it felt more like a standard How I Met Your Mother episode.
Okay.
Though not as good, but it's I had fun. Like it let me turn my brain off, but I enjoyed what was going on for 60-70% of it.
Pretty bad reviews.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just getting review bombed.
Okay.
I don't
Because
like
I
Hilary
read
Duff.
some of the actual reviews, and I'm like, yeah, I agree with what these people are
You gotta
saying.
go to Incognito.
Plus, there's
Yeah.
only 2 episodes out.
69%. Nice.
Yeah, like there's almost a 70% score in terms of the audience rating, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm conflicted. I want to see where it goes, but I'm having fun turning my brain off with this.
Anything else you watched this week?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh wait, I watched a lot of Let's Plays on Silent Hill, and I revisited the Super Best Friends play YouTube channel.
Oh, let's go.
And I rewatched some of their Let's Plays. I'm still super
You
depressed.
didn't watch mine?
No. I'm
Rude.
still super depressed that they broke up
Aw.
as a group. But I watch each of them individually, like Matt McMuscle's Wooly Versus and
Okay.
Pat Stares At.
What about you, Javier? Any content you watched this week?
And Silent Hill as a game is such a great game. I feel like
I want to revisit Silent Hill 1 and 2
you can't.
and 3.
Isn't it on the PlayStation? Or
It-
do they do like?
I have the first one on the PlayStation 1 Classics on the PS3. And then they have the Silent Hill HD collection, which is fucking god awful for Silent Hill 2 and 3.
God.
They fucked up that so bad that like if you play those games, you're literally like
Something about these
ruining those
older
games
games
for-
is so much more creepier than modern games. I
Well,
feel
'cause
like.
it's
It's
so-
because
it's-
rendering was.
Yeah.
I feel
tough
like Eddie
for-
should play Silent Hill 1.
Dude, I would love to
I'd
watch
love
Eddie
to
play.
watch
Yeah,
that.
I would love to watch him play it. Cause I played. I don't remember which one. I don't remember if I played 1 or 2, but I remember playing
Must
it.
be on drive.
I remember playing it, and I just played it at like 11:30 at night.
You know
Room
what?
closed.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to get it on my
Ju-
PC, how to play legally.
Technically speaking, if you own the game, like
I do
already,
own
You
one.
can use
then
a
you can use an
I might
emulator.
revisit one.
emulator.
Yes,
I
as long as
don't
you
have
own it, you
2
can
and
use an
3,
emulator.
but I want to buy those so bad.
What did you watch this week, Javier?
I watched Moana.
Again?
Yes.
You watch that like every week, dude.
I
Every time.
like the movie.
I like the crab the best.
Yeah, the crab
I hate
is
the crab.
shiny.
I hate that one
I
so
love
much.
it.
No, I actually hate that.
I think Paige's favorite character is also the crab.
I don't like the crab. The crab can go.
He's got a good song.
He's the best.
I don't like his song actually.
I love his song.
His song makes me mad.
Well,
Same.
stop watching the movie.
I agree with
No.
you there. I don't like the
No.
crab or his song.
Honestly, I like.
I mean, I'm not gonna trust your taste.
Yo, what the fuck,
no,
man?
like my favorite song, of course, is "You're Welcome." But then I'm like slowly moving away from that song to like when they show like their people's voyagers.
Yeah, that's also
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
And then that's becoming my favorite song now.
Especially since like Aleksey only listens to
It's in
epic
another
music.
language.
Yeah,
Hey.
and I think it's so cool. Like I enjoyed that exact scene. I was like, and then I don't remember what I was gonna watch Up this week for some reason. I was just gonna play
Because we were talking about yesterday.
yeah, well, I was gonna watch it.
Because
and-
you were flying like the motherfucker nut.
yeah. And then I also rewatched High School of the Dead, the anime.
Oh my
Is that
God.
why
You
you
should
brought
play
it
it.
up to
Don't
me?
play it. Don't show it. Do not
Oh,
show
yeah,
it.
good point. Good point.
Don't show it. I don't want you to get in
The,
trouble.
Oh
the
my
first scene is
goodness,
gonna be the
bro.
boob shot with the sniper.
It really
guaranteed,
is.
yeah.
So don't show it. I don't want you to get.
Alright,
Why are you rewatching that
Remember-
show?
Well, it's because I was at work.
He likes the physics in the game.
No, actually, I didn't.
in the show.
I actually never like watched it. I was at work on Saturday. I'm like, I need something to
You're
watch.
watching it at work.
I need something to
Bro.
be brain dead.
Bro, this man literally watched. It was either High School of the Dead or High School DxD. You were watching this shit in
High
fucking
School
Mr.
DxD.
Foot's class.
I was
Literally, you were
watching
on
this
your
phone.
phone. You were on your phone
No, I was on the
watching this
laptop.
shit,
I was
bro.
on the laptop,
Oh, it was
bro.
on the laptop. And then Mr. Foot comes by and like, why are you watching porn, my guy?
No. He said that. I was like, no. And everyone just
So this
like,
man has no qualms
Oh
about
my
watching it at work.
well, no, I just had it playing in the background. No one could really see it. I'm just like, I was listening to the audio because I've seen it more than once. And I'm like, it's a decent. I mean, I like the franchise. I just don't like what they do with the kid in the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Gotcha.
One thing I
Because
forgot-
Alexi's seen it before,
yeah,
haven't
I've
you?
seen
So,
High School Dead. And
Dude,
because it's good though, right? It's
no,
like
it's not bad. Yeah,
it's for like a zombie series. It's honestly
it's
pretty
just
good.
a lot of definitely not safe for work.
Yeah.
Yo, I think I might play Silent Hill on stream.
All right, so one
No,
game.
let Eddie play it.
I'm
One
gonna
thing
play
I
it.
did do this week. This was actually yesterday. You know, I'll wait for you, Eddie. I'll wait.
You could go ahead.
It's so calm
No,
now.
I'll
I'm
wait.
taking a nap.
You can narrate.
No, I'll wait.
Well, I'll never get to use that. So.
But I played Diamond and Pearl actually.
Ugh.
And
Dang.
I actually really like what happened yesterday on stream when I was I finally got to fight Cynthia. Oh well, the entire Elite Four, and it was a big callback to the original
It's a
Diamond Pearl
remake,
game.
so of
Yes,
course it's a callback.
Well, yes, but it's more for. It's
Why are you
it's
looking
a
up
much
the-
better feeling for a person who's actually played the original games, and for people who haven't, you won't get the same experience. I feel like.
Yeah, I
You
don't
gotta
care.
get the house, Eddie.
So, seeing as I played the original and I struggled with that, I some reason struggled hella hard against the Elite Four in here, mainly because tight matchups. But the music was great, the battles were fantastic, and when I got to Cynthia finally, when her battle music hit, my heart rate actually went up because I had my smartwatch on, and I was like, "Hold up, my heart rate is going up right now. What the hell's going on?"
You were feeling
So it
the
was the-
intenseness.
Yeah, and it was a very intense battle, especially the fourth and Cynthia battle. It was great. So
I'm zoning the fuck
I
out.
loved every bit of that.
And then the other
That's all
show
I'm
I
saying.
watched was The Daily Life of a Immortal King. It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
That
I know
reminds
that.
me, I watched.
How was
I-
it?
I'm on. I mean,
It's not fantastic.
it's not good. I'm literally on episode 9, and it's only 12 episodes. So I'm trying to
You're
freaking
awesome,
finish.
the
bro.
it.
entire time you're waiting for him to do something crazy, but it never comes.
Yeah,
you know?
he's just so lazy. He's just a comic.
Like this guy's like it's basically One Punch Man, but in like a cultivation world.
yeah,
you know?
I know.
But he never does anything.
Yes,
I'm
it's
gonna
basically
shove my foot up your
that's
ass,
basically
bro.
how that's basically how the show is. I was literally like, I want to go to sleep. I'm like, I'm already 9 episodes in, and I almost just pulled an
Sick
all-nighter to fucking finish it.
Awesome.
Awesome. As for me, I'm caught up with Peacemaker now.
Really?
Yeah, is it good?
I like it.
Is it funny?
The first 2 episodes are a little slow, but
Looks
I think it
forced.
really picks up on the 3rd and 4th episode.
The comedy feels forced from
Well,
the first episode.
the 3rd and 4th episode, the comedy, I don't know, feels a lot more genuine. I was literally laughing.
Does it look like a budget version of his scenes in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, it does.
A little
actually
bit,
does.
yeah. I mean, it's a TV series, so they don't get as much
It
money.
still feels like something that they would have shown in the movie.
So, what do you rate it so far?
I think I'm gonna give it like a 7.8.
I rated it big muscles out of 1.
Big
See what
muscle.
other people think. 8.4, 94%. So yeah, people really enjoy it.
I might check it out. I mean, I liked Peacemaker a decent bit,
I couldn't care
but I don't know if I'd be interested in watching a whole
I really
show
like his
about
friend here, Vigilante.
His friend looks
His
like
name is
Snake
Vigilante?
Eyes, bro.
Yeah, his name's
That's
Vigilante.
Snake Eyes,
That's
bro.
funny.
Exactly. It's supposed to be stupid. this show is like everything we watch this week.
Aleksey would know
It's
Snake
meta,
Eyes
it's self-aware.
anywhere.
Guaranteed, bro.
There's so much I want to talk about, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
I remember something that I did watch also was the documentary The Jinx. It came out in 2015 about the killer Robert Durst and his life and the whole mystery
shit.
behind whether he did
Oh,
do
the
it
killer.
or not.
Okay.
It was so good, bro. I watched like 4 out of the 5 episodes in one shot, and it was already like
Did he do it?
12:30 a.m. when I started watching it. Yeah, he did it.
Oh shoot!
This is back in 2015.
He did the thing.
He died. The reason I watched it was because he died recently. Like last week, he died in prison.
Really?
Yeah. So you, dude, May
Those
should
aren't the sound
definitely
bites.
watch this.
Those aren't the sound bites, by the way.
This
Oh,
this
really?
show is really interesting.
It's a show.
Like even though I already knew going in he did it. Like the whole unraveling of events, it's captivating.
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to click.
Bro,
No
what the
music.
fuck?
We're gonna get copyright.
That wasn't even music. That was just a big boom.
All right, so now let's roll the credits. You guys got any recommendation for any media?
Fire Emblem Awakening is really good.
I'll take that night.
So far, Kirby in
Kirby.
general as a being.
Okay.
The Super Best Friends YouTube channel. They're such an amazing channel. Grew up with it since middle school, and I'm still sticking with them because they're still doing stuff together. So that's
Hey.
been fun.
What about the rest of you guys? Any
I've got
recommendation?
nothing, bro.
Nothing. What
Yeah.
about you, Javier?
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm trying to fix my Funimation
Sick.
account.
I've got some
Okay,
audio. I got an audiobook you guys should listen to. It's called He Who Fights with Monsters. They've got 4 books and a 5th book coming out in April.
How do you
What the
how do you
fuck?
like the series?
Is that your phone
It's really
again?
good, bro. It's really good. It's
Maybe.
very entertaining. It's a very good spin on the isekai genre, and highly enjoyable. The narrator's good. The character is likable. It's very good.
Isekai is so overdone.
I recommend.
It's not.
When the fuck did
It's a
SAO
novel,
come out?
dude. It's not like.
I'm just saying, Isekai is so overplayed. Like, if it has an interesting concept, like you said,
Yeah, it's got a pretty good.
what
concept.
is it?
Um,
Unless it's spoilers.
well, okay, so yes, he gets reincarnated into another world,
Of course he does.
but he doesn't stay there. He actually does come back, but he has to save 2 worlds instead of 1 world.
so it's like Outbreak Company.
I don't know what that is.
It's an isekai where it's an isekai where the human goes into the other world. He finds all this shit. The U.S. government or the Japanese government find out about it, so they try to invade. And then the main character, since he's a weeb, he has to play as
fuck,
like he has to play ambassador so that the two sides, the fucking isekai world and the real world, like they make peace with each other and try to coexist.
This is a Brazilian isekai.
Oh, well, I don't care.
Okay, so
Is it
for-
interesting?
Yeah, it is.
For me-
I have, like,
I recommend this YouTube channel called Hoser. He just makes like videos on various countries around the world, like where they're at now and where they may be in the future in terms of like, global ranking and prosperity, things like
That
that.
reminds me of Tear Zoo, kind of.
Yeah, I guess in a way. Tirzu does it I like his style because he does it like in a ranking sort of thing. But this is more just like a broad summary.
What ranking are we?
I remember, dude, like, so, the podcast I keep talking about, which was the Super Best Friend cast, but then it turned into the Castle Super Beast cast. Like, they were so, like, into, like, the internet culture that, like, tons of different internet personalities kind of, like, came up because of them / with them at the same time. Like, I don't know if you watched Mother's Basement.
nope.
Oh, well,
I think I've heard of it. Let me look
but
it up.
Tirzu was like an early guest, like early into his career, and he like did a podcast with the Super Best Friend cast, and he got a fair bit of exposure from that. And it's just nice, seeing how the community can bond over certain things.
Anime
Like,
rankings.
I'm still finding channels that like have ties to one another, and it's just crazy seeing how many connections there are.
it's like a multiverse.
Yeah, well, even though it's not multi,
Yeah,
it's still the same universe.
All right, so let me just go back here. So we got to figure out a movie for next week now.
I won't be a part of that.
Completely forgot to do that.
There's nothing good out. Just
I
saying
still
right
feel
now.
like we have to do 2 streaming movies. I don't know.
Well, we got to decide the main one then that we're gonna be focusing on.
Well, Aleksey wants to. Didn't you guys want to do?
I would recommend something, but I'm not going to be here for next week. So.
Yeah, so there's no point.
Well, even Eddie was agreeing with this other streaming movie. I thought.
What did you say?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but we watched it already.
Then do the second one. And third one.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure this off screen. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Until next week. Bye.